WIFTBPM.
Mayoral Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like May said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I be done had a heart
You
attack.
gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that, yeah.
I don't like that one.
Because I'm the boss of this family.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
This is Monster Jam! See the legendary Gravedigger and more tear up the dirt with massive stunts, all-out racing, and crazy skills. It's adrenaline-charged fun for the whole family.
Let's hear it. Make some noise.
Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Allstate Arena March 3rd through 5th. Brought to you by BKT Tires. You have to see it live, so lock in your seats at monsterjam.com.
Why not Willie Wilson for mayor of Chicago? The criminals won't like Willie Wilson in the mayor's office. Fighting crime is Willie Wilson's first priority. Willie Wilson is ready to take on the criminals. Finally, Chicago, do it right. Willie Wilson for mayor.
Check.
Oh, please, don't you rock my boat, 'cause I don't want my boat to be rocking. Oh, please, don't you rock my boat. Oh, no, 'cause I don't want my boat to be rocking. I'm telling you just, whoa. I like it like this. Keep this just like this. And you should know by now. I like it. I like it like this. Yeah. By my soul. Oh yeah. By my soul. Every little action. There's a reaction. Oh, can't you see what you've done for me? Oh yeah, I'm happy inside all of the time. When we're bending new corners, I feel like a sweet sex winner. When I meet you around the corner, you make me feel like a sweet steak winner. Watch out, can't you see? You must believe me. Oh, darling, I'm calling. Can't you see? Why won't you believe me? Oh, darling.
WIIFTV PM.
Uh-oh, what's What's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Mays Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Mays said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts. Man, Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. It's Tuesday. It's election day. So you know what that means, Riis? You know what I mean? I mean, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. See, look, Riis ain't ready yet. See, I'm trying to tell my man, like, you know, it's election day. We supposed to start this thing off with a bomb. Because we finna blow this whole mug up today. Actually, Riis, I think you need to go in your library. You might need to go to YouTube. Because on election day, I might need to hear some adrenaline rush, right? I might, because my blood is pumping. You see, I started early, right? I only got 2 songs in this morning. Because I'm ready to go. I need to get my adrenaline, you know, doom. And I might need you to, I could put it in my headphones. But I just need y'all to know, man, it is election day. There was a time when I lived for this day. As a matter of fact, I still kind of live for the day. I'm actually living for 6, 7 o'clock. Even though it may take us a few days to get the answers, Riis. We may not know who the winner is. But something has got my blood pumping. And it's election day. You got it in there yet? No? Because when you get it, I want to hear it. I want that don't. I need the beginning of it, right? Curses and verses, right? Before, you know, when Young Buck get on there, when they do the side, like, I need that. I need my adrenaline rush for the morning. We're going to have to keep twisting the camp for a minute because, you know, that's one of them days when I get super hyped up. And I'm feeling a certain way today, y'all. It's election day. It could be the big change we hope for. Or Reese, it could all stay the same, dog. It could be different. We could wake up tomorrow and know that she only got a few minutes left, a few days, or we could be stretching it all the way out. Now, I told y'all it's going to be a big thing. Let me know when you come, because I want to hear I want the beginning of it. I want doom. You might even have to turn it up in the joint, too, and turn down the mics, because I might need to hear that in the building. Bring it up some for me, Reese. We're going to have to go on here. If they cut us off, we're going to have to come back. Turn it up, man. Turn it up. Turn it up. Up some more, man. I need some volume, right? Now turn it on over there, too, so Swill can hear, so we can know what time it is in the building.
The vein when the pain repel and then the clothes and the curtains bitch. When adrenaline's pumping, I don't understand discussion. Only hear certain shit. I'm a misunderstood nigga, and I'm off my square. How got me reversing clips and dispersing shit.
What can I say to make you see how the fuck I feel? To make me wanna jump over the edge. I'm charged up as tough as getting shot up on the legs. No pain instead of cane, I took a blood off to the head.
So tell me what it's
retaliate with lethal repercussion. I feel a Rico rushing and go into things like it's a wicked stick. If the Benadryl, how back I finna steal to get the kicking shit for niggas and bitches that I kick it with. I was born to get you pumped up. It's like some lead bust, cause I get motherfuckers a head rust. And your head's bust when you jumped up. Cause what I say must stick at you geek, my eyes red plus. For smoking shit the niggas hit on and die. Made me wanna slip the clip on the side. And if you act like a bitch on the side, if you have to in the whole west side.
Ain't no parents to this one. Rush.
Like when the motherfucker have to go and pick up the pump. To make his opposition chest kick up and jump. When you lit up the gun. To make your body get up and jump.
Rush.
Like when the motherfucker have to go and pick up the pump. To make a trigger.
They might try and get us, man. I'm feeling it, though. I'm feeling it, Reese.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, that song.
Get ready to come back, everybody.
Look. Did they already start with us?
No.
They done already start. You know, that might have been pre-copyright. But I just needed to hear a little twister. That's for Chicago. Wake your ass up. It's election day, February 28th. Reese is also the last day of the month, dog. And
That's it.
let's see if we catch him, y'all. And it's Tuesday, so we blowing up. We got him. Look, we got him. I had him. I got him, y'all. I had him doing I had him doing multiple things, and he was like, "Dagnabbit."
See if I have my other one, because it's already programmed over here. I gotta put.
So you gotta put it all together, man. We gotta be ready to roll, ready to rock every time we go, cause it is election day, and we are blowing up on this election Tuesday. Broadcasting live from Obsidian. Man, what they grew? They grew flowers on the wall. What they doing around here at this Obsidian? Is that some drums back there? I might have to get a drum solo in today.
Yeah.
Oh, Reese. I feel I feel all the hope, the joy.
I woke up today thinking that the man might win again. I don't know.
I woke up today thinking, I didn't get an invite to her party yesterday.
It's in the mail.
It's in the mail like the checks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, though. Well, everybody else sent me an invite. Well, not everybody, because I don't know if everybody having a party. However, I did get quite a few invites, so we're going to be here at Obsidian all day today. This is the world headquarters. If you are looking for a place to go volunteer today, stop by Obsidian, 5401 South Wentworth, Unit 17E. We will get you deployed. We got a bunch of people out there running for office, candidates running. I know we got Andre Smith out in the 20th Ward. We got Tavares Briggs in the 6th Ward. I think we got people working for Tamiko Holt. She's teamed up with Harold E.K. Williams and Beatrice Boyce. She's running for Police District Council, as well as Meredith Bernae Hammer, who is working. She's going to be at Olive Harvey. So if you're trying to help any of the What's in it for the Black People candidates, come on through here. Plus, if you are candidates, you are Aldermanic, MC Ricky D hit me up and said if any of our supported candidates want to carry Reverend Dr. Willie Wilson today, we can provide you a cash stipend and some lit. So if you are a What's in it for the Black People candidate, endorsed candidate, I want you to reach out to us or stop up here at Obsidian, and we will get you tapped into that joint, because Dr. Wilson is like, everybody in. Let's see. Reese, also want to let everybody know that today we got the phone lines open. Now look, we're going to open up the phone lines all day, and I want to know who you are voting for. right? We want to see how close our listeners get to. We're gonna do 2 picks, Reese. Who are you voting for? Who you think gonna win? Now y'all gotta be straight, cause Reese gotta keep his tally. I told him get a pen and paper. You know how the millennials do. They go get a phone. They be like, paper? What's that? I be like, write it down. They be like, can you just speak and text it to me? So look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, blowing up. See, missed it again. Look at him. So, see, Reese ain't wake yet. Like he ain't got that adrenaline rush from election day yet. So this is what we gonna do though. Since he a little quick, he ain't quick draw McGraw today. We gonna say what's up to my man DJ Riis the Ruler on the 1s and 2s. DJ Riis the Ruler, how you feeling today?
Blessed by the best. You already know the rest. Yeah, man. You know it's always difficult. I'm like, cause when you had the button and that the other one, it's like a quick boom. You know, now I gotta hit the play and but yeah, it's good.
You knew Tuesday was coming. You knew Tuesday was coming since Wednesday.
Hey, listen, it come after every Monday.
You knew it was coming. You knew I was gonna say blowing up.
I'll see.
Almost. Look, then I got him because I ain't get the vote. Look, I'm gonna get him. We gonna have a Reese count. How many times can I get him today? Anyway, y'all. So Reese, you blessed by the best, man. You already feel. Reese came in here trying to blow my. I ain't got a high. But he was trying to blow whatever I had because he around here talk about some. He woke up talking about he felt like the man was going to win.
I ain't going to something. Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
A little bit, man.
Reese, did you see the mayor take pictures outside of Obsidian this week?
Yeah.
You saw that? She was out here, but she ain't come in?
She's saying that she got y'all support.
She said, I'm outside the world headquarters of what's in it for the black people, and guess what she did not do? Stop it. She said, it's too many black people in there. I'm not messing with you, Negro. Do you, Negro? We the Negroes, though. She not. And it's probably not even we, because you know how. So you know Lori and Regina down there working phone banking for the mayor right now.
Okay.
I'm putting them on punishment, Reese. They already on punishment for last weekend.
And now they working with
now they working with the mayor. Oh, Regina. Oh, Lori.
Hey.
Lori talk about she got a polling place.
Hey, get that money, y'all. Get that money.
That's all right. We got to be everywhere. Your cousin just came through, Kenya. Dang, Kenya, you need to bring your cousin. I feel like this could be a cousin-based show. That's all right. We're going to figure it all out. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, on the 1s and 2s. We are blowing up on a Tuesday. But since we are in here locked and loaded, I think I saw Big Swill roll through here. So I think that means we got everybody here. So let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. Oh, you got that one ready. 60,000 feet. We are up and away. And we going back to Chicago. Hey, man, we just taking a loop. I can't get too far away from the headquarters today, dog. So look, let's just go up. Let's go fly to Champaign. Maybe take a look at Springfield and be back here. Because by 9 o'clock, you know I got to get out of here. I got to be back on the ground by 9 because I got to go run out of here and vote. And now that we got these cluttered, hey, Reese, it's supposed to be 57 degrees today.
It is.
You know what that means?
Well, I thought it was supposed to be, that's tomorrow.
Is that tomorrow?
I think that's tomorrow.
Check, because I thought it was supposed to be hot today. Because if it's hot today, guess what? Turnout going to be low. Because, you know, black people like, wait, you want me to go stay?
It's gonna be 46.
Reese, you know what that means, 46, and they by the lake too. That means it's gonna be 50. People gonna be out here. See, the white folks done already mailed their ballots in, so they gonna be, you know, white people 50 degrees. They outside in shorts.
See, it's gonna be a good 46.
46. That's you got to round that to 50.
Oh, you already know in Chicago that's 50.
That's 50
for sure.
Hey, Joe, 50 on election day. You already got 2% of your millennials already turning out, Reese. They definitely ain't showing up on a 56 day. Well, we don't know, man. Maybe it's important. You know. We got to keep the seat.
Yeah.
We got to keep the seat.
Very interesting to see this election.
I can't wait till tomorrow.
I'm very interested to see. I'm very to see the numbers as they go up as the votes come in. I want to see.
So we're gonna be doing that tonight here.
I want to see who starts off early.
So it's tonight at 7 o'clock. The doors open at Obsidian for the family. 7 o'clock people. Probably about 7:15, 7:30 people start rolling in. Only because They got to work their locations and then get back. Now, back in the old days, you wouldn't be able to come in until you brought your tape. But they don't be knowing about that reason now because everybody do electronic. They be like, could you just text it to me?
Yeah.
No, man, you got to wait for the receipt. They like, it's all electronic now. It's online. It's online. Just go online and check it out. No, man, I want to see the tape. You know, I be sitting around at the door waiting for the tape. I be like, y'all got the tape? It's online, man. Go check it out. I was like, give me those petitions. You can just go online and download.
Yeah.
Like, who's stealing the signs? Chicago has been coochified politically. Coochified Chicago politics. I want to know who you got going to the runoff, Riis. Man, Joe, I ain't going to tell you about. And you know, I still got people out here still scared to talk to me. Shout out to your boy Willie Preston, not because he's representing him. Shout out to Willie Preston for taking the flag, the What's in It for the Black People flag, the Springfield, putting it on the table. Now I can't tell you what he said, but he said some of the other people was like, him and some senators said that they needed to, if they want to communicate to the black community, they got to start using platforms like ours. Then guess what? He said. Chewy Squad like, oh, God. Now, I don't be saying that when they say Lale. I don't say that when they say Telemundo. You laughing, Riis? I don't think it's funny. Man, and then I can't even tell. Don't get me started on how many times okay, that's all right. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Erica, where you at? Oh. See, man, it used to be like this, Riis. Let me tell you. This is why you can't start paying people. Because you start paying people, then they don't never come to the free stuff. They be like, oh, no. Wait, hold on. They be like, look, you be like, where you at? You know, they be at the party. They be they got you. Then now you say, hey, I need some. They be like, oh, no, I'm not getting paid. I can't make it. I be like, oh, you used to be a volunteer. Now I got you on the payroll. Now I can't get no volunteer hours. Oh!
He said they don't never come to the...
They be like, nah, once you start paying somebody, they be like, is that a paid event? Like people used to be like, you want me to come? I be like, yes.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. I got you. I got your back. Now I be like, is this a paid event? I'll get there. Let me stop. I'm just giving Eric a hard time. Shout out to everybody that tunes in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday, y'all. It's going to be it's Election Day show. We're going to open up the phone lines. We're going to be taking your calls. We got so much going on. I want to hear from candidates. I want to hear from people at the polling places. If you went to the polling place, I want to know what it looked like. Was there a line? Were there people there? 6 o'clock, Riis, I'm like that. I used to be the early riser voter. But now I be here at the show, so I better talk a smack. And then by the time I leave the show, I done got people hyped up. And then I can't get in and take an hour to vote. I hope it does not take me an hour. Last election, it took me almost 2 hours to vote, an hour and a half to vote.
Yeah, I don't think it ever took me. I think every time.
That's because you live in Park Forest.
No, I'm talking about like when I lived on like the west side and
that's because y'all didn't vote.
In my Miss Ward.
Just because you didn't vote.
That's all.
You had the lowest turnouts in the city. So it was clearly, how. And then plus on Emma Miss Ward, a lot of people can't vote.
Why not?
Because you got to have a citizenship until maybe, depending on who the next mayor is. You think the mayor is going to be, like all this black stuff she talking about, whatever happened to Wadsworth? Let me stop. Oh, Riis, you was the ambassador. Yeah. Don't let Dre find out, man. Dre gonna come up here on you. Dre gonna be up here. If he become the alderman, he putting everybody out. James, what you want me to say, man? Y'all want me to tell you the big reveal? Y'all want me to look, man, it's too much. Y'all be too sensitive, man. I can't tell y'all. Like, I have to tell y'all the truth in spoonfuls. Cause in Wakanda, Wakandans be like, give us our king. I'd be like, hey, did I mention to you I finally saw Black Panther?
The second one is life. It's life, ain't it? It's life. I told you.
It's death for black people. I hate it.
It was life.
Okay. Whoever did not warn me about. Well, my sister tried to warn me about Black Panther. This where we at?
Black and Brown Coalition. And look, you see at the end what he said. He said, "Don't worry, they'll be.
They gonna need
They
us."
gonna need."
Hey, y'all, why do I feel like Riis is dancing to our own demise? Okay, so the first scene in the Black Wakanda when the dude popped up, I was like, hold it. You mean to tell me we getting whooped by? See, this is not the way thing. Okay, that's all right. That's why we used to have. Anyway, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis, the ruler. If you are at the polling places, if you are out and about, let me know what's going on. We're gonna open up the lines in a minute, but I am gonna run through these headlines. It's election day, so all day when you answer the phone, when you call on the phone lines, you got to tell us who you got. Who you want to win the race today. We're going to see what happens in the black areas. I got to do my duty in the first round. So, Riis, people keep saying, May, stop playing. I'm going to do my duty in the first round, right? You know what my duty in the first round is, Riis?
What is it?
Support Dr. Willie Wilson. Riis, I'm going in there, and I'm hitting Reverend Dr. Willie Wilson regardless of whether he wins, loses, or draws. Because I got a statement to make. I want to wake up and I want them to be like, you know what? All the way that they done played that man. What would be hilarious, Riis, is if it's the mayor. So first of all, I'd love to see Willie Wilson just take it. But if Willie Wilson don't take it, what you think that conversation with the mayor and him gonna be like next go round? Like I want to be at that meeting. I want to film it live. Do you think she asked him for his support again, or she just say,
I don't
even you don't think she could use the "we all black, we got to stick together"?
Nah.
What? You mean to tell me that if it's the mayor versus a white dude, you don't think that we should all just forgive and forget and just get on her team? You don't think Dr. Wilson he ain't gonna do? We gotta ask Dr. Wilson, what would Jesus do?
Yes, I was just gonna say that. He's a religious man. So
let me tell you what.
But I don't know.
Dr. Wilson, let me tell you, if Dr. Wilson went over there, I'd be like, you better go fishing, or you better not tell nobody, because if you redirect people over there, yeah, Riis, I'm gonna be in a conundrum. If it's the mayor. Because it'd be the mayor against, what if it's the mayor against Chewy?
The mayor gonna win.
You crazy.
The mayor gonna win.
Okay. Okay, we're going to talk about this. I got a bunch of scenarios that we're going to run by. But Riis, I can't even say it. I'm going to just let it go. Look, y'all, we got so much to talk about today. I just want to remember. Riis, one of the other things I told you about is right now they keep quoting the poll by Victory Research. And the Victory Research poll the last couple times has been off. And I question the credibility of that poll. I do. I'm not going to trip out, but it's funny to me how people remember and then they forget. Nope, the win doesn't happen tonight, Junior. The win happens in April. Tonight is just the fight.
Let somebody go.
Tonight
crazy.
is tonight. Tonight is the what you call it. What's the fights before the fight?
Would it surprise you if it ends tonight though?
If it ended tonight, it definitely ain't ending for the mayor. So that means we gonna be looking at somebody white. Because the mayor is like, you already said the mayor already told you she chasing Paul Vallis. The mayor already said Paul Vallis is in the lead, and I'm the only one who can. She is now saying I'm the only one who can beat Paul Vallis. Not like I'm gonna whoop Paul Vallis. She like they've already given it to him. I ain't gonna even trip though, Riis. You sit down and see Stranger Things. We did wake up and Mayor Lightfoot was the front runner.
You're Republican, y'all. Don't vote for him.
I mean, you gotta pick. Okay, so wait. So you for the slavery black Republican?
But
you. Wait. Yeah, look. Reed's like, I like this. Now, mind you, the man ran with Pat Quinn for governor twice.
That's all you gotta do. Just say, hey, Republican. Just stand out in the poll.
Thank you, Audrey and James. The undercard. Today is the undercard.
Yeah.
Now you know what I want. Well, the undercard. So I think we should look at two fights. It should be the fights with the people on TV and the fights with the people who ain't on TV. Like, who you think gonna come in first of the second tier? And I'm not gonna call second tier. I'm gonna start calling them TV, the no TV tier. So we'll save it. We got a lot to talk about, so we can do that in a minute. Let me see what else I got on my list. Winners won't be declared tonight. Did y'all see about Kevin Hart?
What about
in Egypt? They canceled his show because he said that black people, we got to start talking about black people was the kings in Egypt back in the day. The Egyptians was like, show canceled. Why don't nobody want to be black, man?
No, I don't know.
I'm proud to be black, y'all, and that's a fact, y'all.
No, I don't know. I want nobody to know that, like, the figures, like the leaders and the people that built the world were black.
Right, they shot our nose off. Napoleon shot the nose off all the people. Man, Riis, I'm going to tell you, though, growing up, I thought that Moses looked like Charlton Heston, like the dude on Easter. And they got to keep it that way. All right. Did y'all see you ever seen the cartoon Dilbert?
No.
Riis, how could you not have seen okay, Dilbert has been in the comics since I was like 7. Did you ever get the newspaper and read the comics?
All the time.
So you got to know Dilbert. Did you read the Sun-Times comics or the Tribune comics?
Sometimes.
Oh, okay. You don't know Dilbert. Okay. So anyway, Dilbert, like I used to get Dilbert books back in the day. But anyway, Dilbert, the author of the Dilbert is now being dropped from all the newspapers because the author said that told on the podcast, said stay away from the black people. They all in hate groups. I was like, remember I told you they was making black people racist now? Told you, bro. The only people that get canceled for racism are black people. I'm just saying. You seen any white people get canceled, they say whatever they gonna say, they be right back.
They were black?
Huh?
He white?
Yep.
See? They canceling him now.
He'll be, he gonna go to all the white papers. He gonna switch. 3 shot on the damn rain yesterday. Yesterday when I was coming back, I was like, oh Lord. You know what the worst thing is? This is why you gotta keep gas in your car. I used to tell my wife to get gas in her car because it's cold outside. Now I say, don't be on the expressway with a quarter tank because somebody get shot on the damn rain and you're gonna be on there for 3 hours.
Are you stuck on there?
No, I got off, but I sure had to do some maneuvering. I almost went backwards. Like I did one of these.
I did that.
And came up. People was looking at me like I was like, homie. I can't be stuck on this expressway. COVID. So, Riis, everybody was getting extra Medicare for COVID and extra link for COVID. Guess what? They cutting it. Which means, Riis, the robberies are about to go up because food is not a joke.
Real.
Hey, Joe, you know what the funniest thing in the world is? Have you ever, one day, I started noticing that, the hot food bars came back up in Pete's.
Yeah.
And I noticed they got some big security dudes now at Pete's out west, and they always stand by the door. And I thought it was for shoplifting. It is, but you know what's happening now? People, like on Sunday, they flood the hot bar, and then because the hot bar, you could go off to the side and then come around, they just be trying to run out the door. Like, people be getting their whole Sunday dinner, be trying to get out the door. Now they don't even whoop the people. They just be like, give me the food. But I want to know, do they put it back? But Riis, people been stealing food like they stealing stealing food.
Just eat it while you in there.
I used to hate and love when my parents would open up a package in the store. Right? I used to think we was going to go to jail, but I sure did like getting some cookies walking down the aisle.
I do that sometimes. It all depends.
But I do be looking at people who be eating in the store like, you going to open it? Huh?
Yeah, I'm paid for it. It's okay.
All right. And then final, y'all, don't forget, elections have consequences. We got to worry about the city council, too. I was in a meeting yesterday, and it seems like there's a lot. CTU trying to take over the whole CTU, SEIU. They got a lot of socialists running, man. So we got to watch all of this. Look, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. We've got through all of our headlines, so when we come back, we're going to be talking about the election. It's all election all day. It's the Maze Jackson Show. DJ Riis the Ruler. We're broadcasting live from Obsidian. If you're at your polling place, if you're outside, if you're doing your thing, give us a call. We're going to open up the phone lines when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Tune in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m., where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 a.m. That's right, it's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
We can count on Paul Vallis. When Paul Vallis was CEO of Chicago Public Schools, he revitalized our neighborhood schools. No one delivered more for our underserved young people than Paul Vallis. As mayor, Paul Vallis will ensure that communities long neglected get a fair share of city investment, attracting the grocery stores we need, improving sanitation, and other city services in our neighborhoods. Vote Paul Vallis, a mayor for all of us. Paid for by Vallis for Mayor.
Willie Wilson for mayor of Chicago. The violence in Chicago must stop. Willie Wilson pledges real action to do that. A revised police structure, 4 superintendents, more accessible to their neighborhoods, providing faster communication and concentration of resources. Willie Wilson pledges more integrated police patrols to increase community confidence and cooperation. Willie Wilson's pledge will make Chicago safer. Finally, Chicago, do it right. Willie Wilson for mayor.
And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion had to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, I want. He's making me to lie down in green pastures. He leading me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:42 a.m. I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports traffic and weather update. In sports, it was just the Blackhawks taking on the Ducks as they will lose 4-2. Let's head over to the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop will be 26 minutes. Outbound will be 22 on the Edens. From Deerfield to the Exchange and back will be 30 minutes. The Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 31 minutes. Back out will be 27. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 40 minutes. Outbound will be 30. The Bishop Ford, 42 minutes. I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 24 minutes to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 20 minutes to the Loop, 12 minutes to 95th, while DuSable Drive is locked in at 9 minutes all around. Today's weather, it is currently 36 and mostly cloudy. Today high will be 46, and it will have late rain about 11 p.m. tonight. I'm Riis the Ruler. Happy Election Day here on the Maze Jackson Show.
God got to the grave from the grave. God's gonna turn around. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane, God got to the grave from the grave. Back to glory. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. God's gonna turn around. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. God's gonna turn around. God's gonna turn around. God's gonna turn around.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler on the ones and twos. And Riis, this is the time that it happens every day. You know what we do. Right around 6:30, a little bit after, we open up the phone lines and we join WBGX 1570 a.m. That's right, Big Gospel Express. You can catch us every day, 6:30 to 8 a.m. 6:30 to 8 a.m. on 1570 a.m. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. You can do like Sister Zakia and Big John Austin. You know what they do, right? They listen on the TuneIn app to get too hot for them. Then they move over at 8 o'clock to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, where they join the saints, early rising saints, and the sinners who stick with us from 6 and go all the way to 9 every day, Monday through Friday on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Now, Riis, you know we coming up on that time of the day, right? You know I do this every day now. It's my new little thug thistle thing to do. It is when we try to say happy birthday to the people who have their birthday today. But you know sometimes you got a birthday and you waiting for somebody to tell you happy birthday, but then you don't want them to say it, so you say it. So shout out to Grace Fosua, Bernard Winston from Bolingbrook, Brian Fleming, Charles Bowen, Yolanda Lachey Almasi, Ramonda Myrick, Leon Jackson, Representative Bob Martwick, Ermil Patel, Ray Candy Glover, and Karan Hamlet. That's right. It is y'all birthday, and so this is the time when we try to sing happy birthday to y'all, and it's my very special rendition. So y'all ready for me to sing it to you? Because I really love when there's an opportunity to sing. So I want to say happy birthday to you and you and you and you and you. Happy birthday to you and you and you and you and you and you and you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you and you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Happy birthday, everybody. You in the back, you in the back, you in the front, you in the back. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday for you and you and you and you and you and you and you. Happy birthday. Yeah, I got to say happy birthday to everybody. Riis, why you over there grinning? You don't like my rendition, man? I think my happy birthday rendition is pretty fire, man. Like, you cracking up? Y'all don't like my happy birthday?
I love it.
Man, I want you to feel special in the morning. It's the happy birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Sexual chocolate. That's right. It's the happy birthday song brought to you by the Mays Jackson Show. DJ Riis the Ruler, you supposed to hit me with the bass.
You know, happy birthday. It's perfect the way it is right now.
You don't want to do a duet. That's okay. It's okay. It is the happy birthday song, so I just want to tell y'all happy birthday. Hope y'all enjoy your day. All right, Riis. So today is a big day. It's election day. And Riis, I've been seeing all of these, like, as we get closer to the election, you know, the what do you call it? The language ramps up, the rhetoric ramps up. And Mayor Lightfoot has Riis, and I'm going to talk about this conversion, but she is now all in betting on black. I think there was a time last race where she didn't care about the blackness of it all. But now, Riis, I feel like she is really ripping. Like when she says the only vote, if you vote for me, if you don't vote for me, it's a vote for Paul Vallis. It's a vote for Chuy Garcia. And I was starting to think about Then I see, this always happens whenever it's a black person in trouble. Regardless of how they treated us, they have a keep the seat moment. You know, like, and I can't lie, Riis, you know, I was all about trying to have a black mayor, etc., right? But now we're in the mode of keep the seat, and if you ain't supporting the keep the seat candidate, then you could be racist, you could be homophobic, you could be sexist. They turn it into all type of stuff. And Riis, I actually think that if this works out the way white folks intended, there won't be a black mayor. So it got me to thinking about the social media question of the day. And Riis, I'm pretty ready for you to go ahead and hit the button. If you don't mind, let's go ahead.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Was it a mistake for 6 black candidates to get into the mayor's race? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. The mayor's saying that, you know, we could potentially be going back years and years and going back to the old way. I remember when Jason Irvin came out and said that the black candidates in the race were splitting the vote. And Sophia King said, I reject that theory. And so, Riis, I was just trying to figure out, do you think that it was a mistake for 6 black candidates to be in the race? And the reason I say that is because with the black vote split 6 ways, are we assuming that the only person that can get only one person can get black votes? And are we suggesting that black candidates can't get white or Latino votes? Riis, I've been torn in this conundrum, right? And, you know, I try to be honest with y'all, right? And I recognize that, like, I feel like I'm in a weird conundrum right now. In that, I do recognize that splitting up the black vote leaves the potential that there may potentially not be a black candidate for mayor. Now, the problem with that is there is currently the person that is to keep the seat has discovered her blackness in the last 3 months. And so the last time I was on the black program, we had 2 black mayoral candidates last time. Well, at least that's what they told us. And you know how one of the things that people say is, how's that working out for you? And so I think about our multiple black candidates in the race. I think about the concept of Harold Washington. I think about how black people have not been unified politically and don't necessarily have political solidarity, right? We got South Side versus West Side. We got upper class versus lower class. We got people talking about they can't talk. People, you know, there's so many factors that we are beating our own candidates down with. That I wondered, Riis, was it a mistake for 6 black candidates to get in the race? Should there be any credence to the concept of keeping the seat? Even if, and maybe, Riis, I'm incorrect. Because maybe it's just me, but I really have not seen, outside of a couple restaurants, the tremendous impact that black folks have witnessed from the mayor, current mayor. But I also find myself torn in the fact that with 6 black candidates in the race, my idea of having a black mayor is probably not going to be a reality. Although we did have a black mayor for the last 4 years. So it's kind of like, when do you say it's for the greater good? Right? Like, I wonder, Riis, I must be honest with you, it'd be very difficult for me personally. Like, if we had a unification movement, like, no, really, like prior to this election, and I'm kind of grateful we did, right? I'm kind of grateful we didn't, because it would be very difficult for me to go along with the mayor, the current mayor. Right? It really would. But I do think in the efforts of, if we all came together solidarity-wise, then I probably would have rocked with y'all and said, y'all got to just make sure that we get straight. Right? Like, it ain't always got to be you. It's got to be somebody that can feed the team. But I just want to know, do y'all think it was a bad idea for the 6 candidates to run for blackness, or did we have a better option in the 6 black candidates? Right? Like, I feel like, who gets to tell the black person, like, you can't run? I think it, and everybody feels like they the special person. And it may wind up, Riis, that because of that, we don't have a black mayor. But I'm starting to wonder, how important is that? Right? Like, what's that song? I don't care about those other girls. Just be good to me.
I feel like we should at least get one of them. You know, I don't think at least one of them make the runoff.
No. Let's back up. So I think the 2 black let me back up. There's 3 that could make the runoff. So we don't necessarily need to have consolidated for the black. See, but I feel like if they make the runoff and it wasn't because of overwhelming black support, guess where we go? To the back of the line. Because it always, like when black candidates, you know my theory on black candidates that get white votes. The white people and the black that tell them you cannot be too black. The black people going to stick with you. Hence the mayor. Right? The black people feel obligated to be with you. It's the white people, hence the mayor, that bounce out. So it really makes sense why the mayor is like pivoted to all the, did all the stuff for the white folks. But what she got to recognize is white folks going white.
All day long.
And so Mayor Lightfoot is the perfect example, Riis, to me, of the black candidate, and I'm using black as a stretch, but the black candidate that gets elected with black support and then, with mixed support, but black people overwhelmingly voted for her, but so did white people, right? But I would argue with you, Riis, for the 4-year term, I don't think the mayor paid this much attention to black folks. Let's be clear. We didn't start hearing about Invest Southwest, real talk, till like 6 months ago. Like, for all the riots, all the stuff that's happened, when it became clear that the white folks was going white.
I mean, half of her term was in the pandemic.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, that's facts.
No, it wasn't half. It was only 1 year.
That was like 2 years. We kind of missed 2 years of life. Like, it's like 2 years of life. 1 year for sure. And then I think it was like 2 years.
So does she deserve a second chance, Riis? I'm glad you live in Forest Park, though. Anyway, does the mayor deserve a second chance? Like, should black people have coalesced around her? And let me ask a question. Does the pandemic, sir, reflect her values as it related to dealing with us? Because I always think about the pandemic of the bridges going up, the Southside stores, the Latinos, and no, that didn't happen, right? And then she put the bridges up, then she blocked off the neighborhoods, and she blocked access, and she protected white folks during that time, right? And that kind of goes to my point. But Riis, talk to me, man, because I'm biased.
She put the bridges up downtown so they could stop looting and everything. They was coming down there looting.
So why she didn't put the bridges up on 87th Street? Why she didn't put them up on 47th? Why she didn't protect the place? So black businesses kept getting looted.
I mean, that is true, but it was kind of hard to run that in the pandemic. So I could see her getting another chance, but she did have to run the city in one of the worst times that we've seen in a long time. So there's a lot of stuff that had to get canceled and changed and altered. So to have like basically half of your years cut because of a pandemic, like that things couldn't get done, things had to get rescheduled. So I mean, it could be.
She rescheduled Lollapalooza. She got that done. She opened that bad boy up. Really, Reese. She opened up the city to have Lollapalooza, and then everybody caught COVID again, and we had a wave, and then she closed it back. Come on, Reese. Like, see, that's one thing about black people.
Man, she make mistakes. She only human. She tried to get.
Then money. She got a La Sueña festival. She opened up the La Sueña festival on the weekend. She sold downtown to NASCAR.
She had
like we couldn't have the biggest black. We should have had the hip hop festival downtown then. She told your kid, Reese, you can't even open up your cooler.
I wouldn't want the hip hop festival downtown. Depending on what do you call hip hop. See, the hip hop festival nowadays, y'all know y'all thinking because it's black, but who gonna be down there? Are y'all gonna have Lil Durk, Polo G down there downtown?
I was rapping all the drill music. No.
But I'm just saying. So
but but look, why not? The mayor just kicked it with. She just did a big thing with Lil Durk.
Just for Reese. votes. For votes. You got to reach out to the young people, man. Just look good.
Now you see how that worked? 2%, right? Reese. Okay, so I'm not tripping because I'm not gonna go here on my man, but like I did think like it did look kind of odd to me, just a little, that the state's attorney, and I love Kim Fox, and the mayor are doing a little Dirk event. Now I'm not tripping on Dirk. Shout out to Kev, all the whole thing, but I do think, like Reese, we do have kind of a drill issue in Chicago. Yes, no.
I think it is.
So okay. So like I just watched the Twitter. And then people was like, hold on. We got people whack dab, knocked up, shot, all type of stuff. Reese. I don't know, man.
Half of her wrong was in a bad. Like it's no excuse, but I can see why.
It's no excuse, but go ahead.
I can see why a lot of stuff wouldn't get done, man. Just think about stuff that was closed down, stuff that was rescheduled.
The white people seem to have done straight during COVID.
I mean, when you got a 400 years head start, you should always be straight.
You got a 400-year head start. So ain't that the mayor's job to be like, yo, let me close the gap? Oh, that's what Invest Southwest did in the last 6 months.
See, now just imagine if it had a pandemic, we might would have got that 2 years earlier. Could have got it 2 years earlier.
They should have hired Reese. I promise.
Planning of it.
Reese, if the mayor's team would have been smart, like some days I be feeling like they be paying you. Like I feel like Reese is. Look, I'm gonna check the D2s. I'm checking the D2s, right? Like I feel like they might have got Reese to infiltrate the show, y'all. Like Reese getting Reese got a side gig with the mayor. He probably picked up in an Uber one day on the way to Bowfields. She came like when she was out in the south suburbs campaigning, huh? So she was out in the south suburbs campaigning. She probably stopped at Bowfields. Reese probably said, let me show you how we gonna do it. Mm-hmm. Look, I be in there every day, man. I got your back. I'm gonna say, they can't really say nothing to me because I'm from Park Forest anyway, so I can't vote for you no way.
But no, it's just I could see it. I could see she did have a bad draw coming in, right? This was a hard. I mean, it was hard.
So she deserves another chance, you think, Reese?
I could see.
Do you think she deserves? No, I forget. I'm not gonna ask you because you live in Park Forest anyway. Forest Park. Look, see the suburban kid. Then he gonna go back to his nice, safe home. Have some Taco Tuesday and be looking at us like them fools.
I'm gonna come back though. I'm gonna come back to the city. So,
but you gonna come back to the city? Where you gonna live? Where you gonna live? By the mayor? You probably need to go to Rogers Park.
Man. No, I can see Duncan Santa said it was a lot of. Come on, man. Just think about the things that we saw didn't get done, man. So, hey, like we can say projects will stop. So, but it's no excuse. It's no excuse. But I can see her getting another. I can see her getting another chance. Though I can see
one more chance.
I can see people be like, you know what? It's the mayor.
Give me one.
It was COVID. All right, she ain't so bad after all.
I'm gonna tell you, COVID is really what destroyed her to me. COVID and George Floyd. Like Reese, when I gotta be honest with you, I know the world was crazy, but when I turned on the TV and saw the white kids burning downtown up, I was like, climbing on the buildings and spray painting Black Lives Matter. I was like, so y'all gonna just let him climb the, like, if that was us, we'd got shot off the building. So anyway, I don't know, man. Was it a mistake for us not to coalesce around one black candidate? I just feel like we could have. It just shouldn't have been the mayor.
I don't know, man. It could have been the mayor. We could have supported the mayor. She made mistakes. She could saw her error.
The error of her ways?
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's see if you think, hey, man, I don't know, Reese. I just think this. It's election day. If you the mayor, what's your biggest regret today? If you don't win today, what does the mayor say? Damn, this is where I could have won. And do you think that the mayor wins the black vote? Or does Willie? We're going to talk about all of this today because we got a bunch to talk about when we come back. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis, the rule on the ones and twos. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Over 25 years ago, Patrick Brutus decided that serving the public was the best way to help his community. And since then, he has been a dependable and trustworthy friend to all. Now, by fighting for safe and walkable streets, new businesses, and retail corridors, Patrick Brutus has the right vision and the most experience to lead the 6th Ward. On Election Day, punch 53 for Patrick Brutus, because he's our choice for alderman of the 6th Ward.
With a long-time 34th Ward turning into the 21st Ward, there's only one clear choice for your next alderman of the 21st Ward, Cornel Dantzler. If you live in the 34th Ward, which is now the 21st Ward, vote for Cornel Dantzler in the upcoming election to represent your ward as alderman.
We will work together as a family and as a team so that we can make the 21st Ward one of the best wards in the city of Chicago. Thank you.
Punch 51 for Cornel Dantzler.
I love being black. Do you love being black? Yeah, I love being black. Hey, I do this for my people all across the globe. Hey, it's brick.
The skin I'm in fit me fine, tailor-made, yeah, I'm comfortable. And so it seems I'm still chasing my dreams. They told me, watch my steps, they want to pull the rug from under you. This is transparency, my life 3D. Live every word that I utter, reporting live from the gutter. Where the mind's hard to change, but we don't give up on our brothers and sisters. Cause we all need one another. The time's getting closer, revolution, feel it coming. I can smell it in the air. Inhale it, let it embody you. Because chances are the cops pull you over, they body you. Plus we don't trust each other, so that's just another obstacle. Why jump hurdles to make a change? It ain't optional. Olympian mindset in this booth with my binoculars. I see my vision getting clear, just as what a prophet do. My music touch the people's soul, black power gospel tunes. So many styles, watch me kick them like they soccer moves. Falling rank and file, this is my platoon. Soldiers at attention, ain't no Willie lynching. This the program, who they think they kidding? Reinvent the system, total reconstruction of our mental stigma. This ain't a game, boy. Still they think I'm talking about Nintendo's, that's a shame, boy. Augment reality, better fix your brain, boy. I love my people, hope they love me black. I'm going hard and ain't no holding back. Watch me react, I put my fist up in the skies like a beacon for believers that one day we return to our greatest. If we seek it, all the glory we can obtain it, keep reaching, keep reaching. I'm painting this picture, I hope you see it. Guess what the theme is? I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud, man. I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey. Well, how about you done sing these tunes too? Customize for you a little something you can groove to. Feeling good about yourself. Melanated mood muse. Always service humble pie. We don't care about who's who. Light brown or dark skin. This right here's for you too. We are the gods of the earth. Living proof truth. Say it loud if you black and proud. I salute you and that's a fact. Where you at? Let me hear you say it back. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey. Super melanation.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
Yeah.
for the black people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Mace and Riis and Ruthie and Ty, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve them.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the rule on the ones and twos. Hey, y'all, Riis, did I tell you that Sunday, Riis, I'm gonna be out your way. I might stop by Bowfields, cause on Sunday I am going to be moderating the Mayoral Forum for the city or the village. Is Harvey a city or a village? The village of Harvey. Courtesy of, I've been brought to be the moderator and the host, courtesy of Thornton Township Democratic Committeeman and State Senator Napoleon B. Harris. So this Sunday at 3 o'clock p.m. at 151st and Broadway in Harvey, Illinois, I, Mace Jackson, will be moderating the candidate forum. I hope to see y'all out there. Y'all come on out there. Harvey mixing it up. I talked to my man Keith Price the other day. Senator Harris said that, and Committeeman Harris said he didn't want to be out there. Is this call on the line? Senator Harris said that he would like for, Riis, it felt kind of good for a committeeman to call me and say, can you host this? Can you moderate this event? I think I'm making my way back to you.
I ain't been to Harvey in a minute. Are they a little safer now?
Oh,
that's no shot sent.
I'm
just asking.
Pew pew pew, pew 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 pew. I did ask, so I should have asked. Do I get an escort? Do I get a police escort? Hey man, I was reading about Harvey a couple days ago, and they was talking about Arnie's. You ever been to Arnie's?
Before it burned down, which one?
Can I tell you something? I've never been to Arnie's. It's the pink place, right?
Yeah.
I've never been to Arnie's, and they said that and the old mayor was taking kickbacks to allow prostitution at the joint.
I mean.
Wait, so do you
$40 will get you a long way there.
Like, so that's what is that what they mean by the champagne room? Like, wait, so when you go to the strip club, you mean to tell me that at the strip club they don't just be stripping?
Yeah, sometimes. Depending on where you at.
Not the Pank. Because at the Pank it goes down. I had to start watching the Pank. Because at the Pank, what was the name of that one? What's the down in the line where the Sea Boys play?
What's the name? I know what you talking about.
I came with that. Like that champagne room, it was too much for me. So I don't know, man. I'm the guy at the strip club that's like, oh my God, was your dad terrible to you? Is there something I can do? Can I offer you some counseling? My friends be like, man, if you get your ass out of here.
Yes, I need counseling, but I need money to pay for my counseling. So that's what she does. Can you help me by throwing these lovely singles so I can pay for this counseling so I can stop doing these things?
Man, that's a lot of dollars to pick up too. I be seeing places I seen on the video. I be like, you get a mop or something? I went to one place though, like years and years ago, where they would like use a broom to sweep up the money. Like, that's like a new, like, I feel like the whole strip club thing is like a down south phenomenon that has made its way here. Right? Like, anyway, all I was just saying is, so I'll be in Harvey on Sunday moderating debate. But Riis, you got the phone lines open. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Hey, regardless of what you're calling for, whatever the topic is today, I just want to know who you're voting for. I want to get a sense. So Riis is keeping a poll. So even if you don't got a response to the question, give us a call at 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. I want to know who you're voting for, right? Who you think gonna win? Who gonna be the runoff? Caller, you on the Mays Jackson Show. What you got for me?
Hallelujah, greetings to you.
Hey, Mama D, how you doing? Now, Mama D, I know you probably somewhere out in the mix. You probably at a polling place or something. What are you doing, Mama D? Who gonna win, and what you got going on today? And should we ever consolidate it around one candidate? I asked you a lot in that. Go ahead.
Well, I've heard people say, the mayor and COVID. COVID was money-wise, COVID was the greatest thing that ever happened to this city. Do you know the city council voted that Mayor Lightfoot could spend up to $1 million without even consulting them? So she had her own private taxpayer piggy bank going on. So when you consider COVID money alone, she got $868.6 million just for COVID, $136 million in urban security grant. She got another $68 million. Then she got $20 million for law enforcement that she sent downtown to guard boarded up buildings that had already been looted, while she left the south side thin for themselves. And people was driving up using U-Haul trucks to cart away big screen TVs and everything else, while the police sit there and watch them do it and put their feet up on the desk and ate Congressman Rush's popcorn. You remember that?
The unmitigated goal to eat my popcorn. We actually are right across from that location right now. I can see the popcorn. I can see where the popcorn vendors were right now while we broadcast them from Obsidian. Unmitigated goal.
Feet up on his desk. But the real deal breaker for me was when she came up with that executive order guaranteeing 19 benefits for sanctuary settlers, and how she can build hotels and everything else out of abandoned school buildings, giving free rent, free shelter, free food, free transportation. They can ride around in the neighborhood unvetted on their bicycles. While she is evicting people from the viaduct, she's evicting people from the airport, and most of these people, a lot of them, are veterans that put their life on the line for this country, and everybody can just come over and leapfrog over us. Forget about that childhood DACA, delayed actions for childhood arrivals, and you're talking about people under the age of 31 years old. What about the black DACA? 400 years of delayed actions for in-chains arrivals. And so when it comes to these too many people running, hey, as far as I'm concerned, there's only one candidate that's running based on the rights of citizens instead of the privileges of these sanctuary settlers and these sanctuary seekers. Look, it doesn't matter how many running. If you're not running to exercise your rights as a citizen, to be a citizen, then and can't put that mask on your black face first, then you must be a self-hater. Doesn't the word say, love thy neighbor as thyself? But do some of these people have it twisted so it's love thy neighbor instead of thyself? Because if you got any kind of self-love, why don't you deserve a better way of life? And then these people tell you, well, it takes time. What are you talking about? It takes time. 404 years is not enough time. When Dr. King was talking about 100 years later, he hadn't counted that 246 years that indigenous Native American Africans wasn't even human beings. So 345 years of federal laws against us as a group, and now you're going to come in and change the Constitution like Minister Farrakhan said. The Constitution is under attack. That's what he said on Facebook Day. But in conclusion, there's only one candidate that's running, and that's the one that's putting citizens first. And I only voted for Lori that first time because Dr. Wilson said go for it. But I just started with 7 reasons why there'll be why I shouldn't vote for. But the list is so long, I can't even keep up with it myself.
See, Mama D, that's why I love you, because you don't forget, right? Like, this what they count on for black folks. All them niggas gonna forget. She said she was voting for Willie.
Okay.
So Dr. Willie Wilson. Mama D is for Dr. Willie Wilson. So that's one vote for Dr. Willie Wilson. Let's see what else we got on the live line. Carly on the Maze Jackson Show, because Riis be forgetting. Who you voting for? It's the Maze Jackson Show. And should we have not had more than one black candidate in the race? Go ahead, caller.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
We can. Who is this? Is this Brother Edward Steve?
This is... I'm voting for Dalton. I'm voting for Trustee Edward Steve and Dalton. That's what I'm voting for.
Hold on. Let me do this real quick. So, back in 2018, when we founded What's in It for the Black People, there was a core group of people that were with us from the very, very, very beginning. There was, as we documented, as we filmed, as we tried to create this space, there was a brother that stepped up for us, that recorded our history, that documented everything that we were doing and said, look, y'all, this is history. And he had a ministry, a video ministry that he took on to then go on to become the first black elected official from the What's in It for the Black People camp. He was living in Dalton where he ran with his family. And I remember him first saying, man, I don't know if I'm going to do this again. It's a lot. But as we learn, when you get into the business of serving the public, and it is truly a mission and it's truly a calling, then you get in and you mix it up. This brother has been under full-on assault for the last at least 2 years as he has gone to war with the mayor. Let me not say gone to war, but has been a subject of war for the current mayor in Dalton. But he's running for re-election right now. He is our family. He is our friend. He is one that always answers the call, even when he's walking into the polling place. So what I want to do is give this brother an opportunity to say a few words on his election and on his campaign. This is our brother. We knew him initially as Brother Edward Muhammad, but when he runs and his name on the ballot, it is Brother Edward Steve. Brother Steve, what's going on, man? What's going on out in Dalton? I know you ain't picking a race for the mayor, brother? And I know you've been busy all week because you had to record Savior's Day for the minister and your squad. Yeah. I know you ain't give me no backstage pass, but that's a whole nother story. Look, y'all, it is Brother Edward Steve. Brother Steve, what's going on in Dalton? Talk to me. I've been seeing the trustees of Dalton. We don't got to whoop nobody, but I do want to know what's going on. What do people need to do to support you, and how do we get this win for you today?
Man, you know, we working, man. We working. You learn a lot about politics from listening to you, and you get out here, and you get into this thing. You start seeing the behind the scenes stuff. So for the last 2 years, I had to really stand up and to speak the truth of what's going on with this current administration, who happens to be the mayor and the Thornton Township supervisor. But I'm running to really save Dalton from really being spent into oblivion, and it has to be balanced on the board. Has to be balanced in power. This is not a dictatorship, even though it's ran like a dictatorship. But you got to have people who will answer real questions and hold people accountable. And if it's the right thing to do, you go with it. Which is a lot of things that this mayor has done is right that I supported and I voted for. But there's a whole lot of stuff that's been done wrong. So you have to vote for people who's going to be honest, who's not going to do it for I don't want to be seen. But being an elected official, I'm used to being behind the camera. Sometimes you got to put yourself out there. You know what I mean? So I'm out here. I'm working. We at the polling place. I got a team of people working with me. All the trustees, we all work together. There's 5 of us with the clerk. We're united. It's power in numbers. Now we're out. Now, keep in mind, we're outmanned because she has employees, and we're outspent because she got more money. But we can still pull this thing out because that's door knocking, talking with residents, and actually working and getting with the people. So, I mean, I'm asking people in Dolan, if you don't want this to be ran the way it is running now, a dictatorship, and you want balance of power, you want even-minded professional people, because if anybody watch our board meeting, I know Mays, you will watch it, it's lightweight of embarrassment because it's so argumentative, it's so combative, and you sit there and you want to be professional and you try your best to be professional, but it's some of the stuff that goes on you have to respond to, because sometimes people believe the only thing and the last thing they heard. So, yeah, she put a big mailer out on my team. She spent about $20-some thousand on mailer lines, saying we want to raise the taxes, all type of lies, because she wants to get the balance of power to go her way, and that we can't have that happen. So that's why I'm running for re-election. So I'm actually high. I'm coming off Savior Day weekend when Alderman Farrakhan spoke. It was a powerful weekend, a powerful lecture. So I'm still on path from that, and I'm out here this morning. It's not even that cold out here today either. So we moving, brother. We moving.
What's the turnout looking like out there? Is people already at the polls? What you seeing?
Yeah, people out there. It's not a mayoral election, so it's just a trustee election. So it's going to be low turnout. There's actually 9 people running for 3 seats. Well, in the last time I ran, when I ran the first time, it was 13 people running. So it's low turnout. We know our number. We've been working. We know we got to get to. We know our vote. So we moving, brother. We moving.
All right, look, y'all, that is Brother Edward Steve. He is trustee out in Dalton. He is the first black elected official from What's in It for the Black People. Took the learnings and ran. Look, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show, and we trying to take your calls. I want to know who's going to win the mayor's race, who you supporting, what's going on. Should it have only been one black candidate in the race? I got a whole bunch of questions, but the most important one is, who are you voting for today? And I would love to know who you think is going to be in the runoff. Caller, it's the Mace Jackson Show. Who you is? Where you calling from?
Mays, Ron, 8th Ward.
Ron, what's up, Ron? Hey, it was good to see you in the studio the other day, man. I'm glad you stopped by and checked
Man, I had the best time, man, with you and Riis, man. But, man, do you know, even at this moment, I'm still I know one person I'm not voting for is Brandon Johnson. First of all, I said the one person I know I wouldn't vote for is Brandon Johnson. I worked too hard to own my home and retire, and I don't want to be paying any more taxes. The only answer that guy has to every problem is taxing people. So that's right off the top.
No, black people like taxes. I told you, black people like taxes, don't they?
Yeah, they like that. But it's because they think that that's the only way they're supposed to get something is from the government. The government does not create jobs and businesses. Mays, people not only leave the city because of crime, even though that's all we hear. They leave because of taxes. They can't afford it. But Brandon Johnson tell you he's going to invest and you put your hand on your wallet. That means he's about to tax you. Secondly, he said, I know we talking about who we voting for, but I just have to get this out there. He said he's going to look at waste in the Chicago Police Department. What about waste in the Chicago Public School? He can't look there. He can't look there. Because that's where he gets his money from. So, yeah, I don't mind disagreeing with people's policies, but when people are just disingenuous, which he is, so that's the one person I can't. Now, and Mays, look, and I don't dislike anybody. I've been following politics a long time. There was a guy years ago named Doc Walls. He ran so many different positions, and I used to tell him this: you have become a perennial loser. No one wants to, and he did this, and guess what? He stopped. I heard he's on the radio one night, and he's out in Vegas. But what I'm saying is that Willie Wilson, please do not run anymore. Once you just become a perception, it's a perception that you cannot win. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to ask you this, though. Actually, I think Dallas is going to pull this off. I want to hear the question, though, May. And again, I'm still waiting to decide. I'm going to have breakfast with my wife, and we'll go vote. How many days will it be before Willie Wilson endorses Paul Vallis? That's the question. All these Willie Wilson fans, but so that's my analysis. Paul Vallis. I don't know who's going to be in the runoff. Whoever is going to be, Willie Wilson will probably endorse Vallis, and he'll get some votes from that. But that's pretty much it. I think Paul Vallis. That's not who I'm I'm voting for. But that's the last thing.
Who you voting for, Ron?
I'm voting for the mayor. She deserves another chance. I'm voting for Mayor Lightfoot.
Oh, Ron! I thought you was my dog, man. Ron, see, man, now I gotta put you on punishment with the rest of the people. Nah, you know, Ron, you my man. I appreciate you. You know, you give it to him in the raw, but she ain't coming back, Joe. All right, Joe. That's my man, Ron from the 8th Ward. Ron, who you voting for in the 8th Ward? Did he go?
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else on the line? Carly on the Maze Jackson Show. Who are you voting for today? I want to know, should we have had one black candidate, and who's going to be in the runoff? I know I got a lot of questions, but I want to hear from y'all today. Give us guys election day.
What's going on, bro?
What up?
What's going on, family? Hey, it is voting day. What's going on, man? Everybody get up, man, and go handle your business. What's good, bro? What's up, Riis?
What up, Devo? How you feeling, man?
Man, hey, man, waking, shaking the early morning, man. Hey, got up, knocked it out. You know who I voted for, man. The people that's endorsed on the What's in it for the Black People First voting guide. Yes, sir. Punched that thing for Willie Wilson and Mr. Cornell Danzler, and I kept it moving like a player. So that's what I'm on, bro. Hey, what y'all on today, man? What's it look? Oh, 21st Ward, 4th Precinct, as of 6:20, it was 7 people in line.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, it's getting warm outside, man. So I just got to ask you, though, Devo. Let me ask you, man.
What
you think? Who you think going to be in the runoff, man?
I think it's going to. Huh?
Straight up.
No, I think it's going to be. I think Dr. Wilson is going to be in the runoff. I believe it's going to be Dr. Wilson and Paul Vallis.
Oh,
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I think not only should there have been one black candidate, but there should have been one progressive candidate as well. So the progressives have split their vote as well. So the per the data that you gave for the voting demographics yesterday, if the older generation continues to vote in the way they do, those are older candidates, so why wouldn't they be leading the group? So that's our math. We'll be in the war room trying to crunch the numbers. And I think going forward, we should have more frequent community interactions to prevent this type of typical Chicago way of doing politics. Because it's the system that's broken. But we got to vet these people. A lot of these candidates, they really shouldn't be in front of the community the way that they are. I think we can manage that.
I can concur with that.
So let this be the. Hey, can we agree to eulogize the old Chicago machine today? Can you put that out there, sir? Can today be the day we get that over with? It's a new day. BP1. Let's do it, bro. I'll see you tonight, big dog. Riis, I'm looking for you, dog. I'm out, man. I love y'all, man. Peace. Let's go get it. Everybody get up. Let's go.
That's Devo. President of What's in it for the Black People. We got anybody else on the line? Carly on the Maze Jackson Show. Who are you voting for today? Should we have only had one black candidate? And then let me ask you, who makes the runoff? What's up, Carly on the Maze Jackson Show? Who this is?
Hey, this is Mark, man. How you doing? Good morning.
All right, what's up, Mark? How you feeling? What's going on, man?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good. Just getting off work, man. So, I'm going for Willie Wilson. I like things that I heard him speaking about. You know, I'm not going for Lori, of course. I'm going for Willie. Not going for somebody who want to just look at everybody and talk about all the bad everybody's doing, but you're not talking about anything you've done positive, and that's her. You know, she talks about stuff she's done for the north side, but she ain't been south side. She ain't been south of Madison, man. And then the killing part is this. You got one white, so say they get all the white votes. One Hispanic, say they get all the Hispanic votes. But you got 7, 8, 9 black. You know, that's the most messed up thing where we cannot come together and unite under one and say, okay, Maze, we gonna let you run. We gonna step back and let you run, but you know, make positions for us. That's all. That's all. Whoever gets in makes positions for the other. That's it.
You know, but you know, black folks be like, I'm smarter than that, though. You know, somebody else, a black person be like, I'm smarter than him.
But okay, that's why they sit down and discuss who can get the votes. You know, instead of putting 7-8 people out there, people getting 9%, 4%. Some of them ain't gonna get nothing but 3%. And you know, those are the spoilers. But yeah, I'm going with Willie Wilson, and of course my man Preston Brown, former ward committeeman of the 34th ward and future alderman of the 21st ward. Now we gonna do it today. It's done with.
Now, Mark, thanks, Mark. I appreciate your call, but I gotta say no on Preston Brown. Right, so I'm a, you know, I ain't really said too much, but I gotta. If you're in the 21st ward, I gotta be a no on Preston Brown. Preston Brown went out of his way to attack my family personally, and then to attack me personally, and then attack BP1 for being in a relationship. And again, you ain't even know my wife, so I gotta be like, Mark, you know you my man, but gotta tell you, if you in the 21st ward, my premise is anybody but Preston Brown. Anybody but Preston Brown. If you're in the 21st ward, quiet as it's kept, what's in it for the black people is endorsing Cornell Dantzler in the 21st ward. We also had 3 awesome candidates here on Saturday, so you got plenty of options. But Mark, I got to tell you, it's a definite no on Preston Brown. Definite no on Preston Brown. And the black people should be asking, what was the trade-off to trade your taxes for a relationship with Fritz Kagi? But that's a whole nother story. But Mark, I love you, man, but your boy he can't be the guy. Next caller, you on the Maze Jackson show, huh? Oh, that's all. So we don't got no more calls. All them gone. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Who will win the mayor's race? Riis, let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, I am going to give my breakdown of the campaign thus far on all the candidates. It's the Maze Jackson show. Maze and Riis in the building. We are broadcasting live from Obsidian. And don't forget, we got an open house Friday night and Saturday night. So if you want to find out about membership in Obsidian, hit me up. Give me an inbox, because we are going to be open. We're going to have open house on Friday after work and Saturday during the day. It's the Maze Jackson show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
This is Monster Jam! See the legendary Gravedigger and more tear up the dirt with massive stunts, all-out racing, and crazy skills. It's adrenaline-charged fun for the whole family.
Let's hear it! Make some noise!
Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Allstate Arena March 3rd through 5th. Brought to you by BKT Tires. You have to see it live, so lock in your seats at monsterjam.com.
My name is Chris Levy, and I'm working hard to become your next 5th Ward Alderman. As a lifelong Chicagoan, I chose the historic 5th Ward as my home and a place to raise my family. This means I have a vested interest in our safety and prosperity. But we need a change, and I'm the best candidate for the job. I'm not a career politician, but a motivated citizen who cares and will do whatever it takes to restore our community to greatness. My name is Chris Levy, and I want to drive change. Please punch 60 and vote for me for 5th Ward Alderman. My name is Chris Levy, and I approve this message.
Why not Willie Wilson for mayor of Chicago? The criminals won't like Willie Wilson in the mayor's office. Fighting crime is Willie Wilson's first priority. Willie Wilson is ready to take on the criminals. Finally, Chicago, do it right. Willie Wilson for mayor.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through that Capitol window, breached security, and caught a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater, but she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these all the times we witnessing history, all because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians, you know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country, you know they gon' tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it, always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed to certain rights we are not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison, cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narrative. It's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero, I call it terrorism. And that's on the real, you know and we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero, I call it terrorism. And that's on the real, you know and we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero, I call it terrorism. And that's on the real, you know and we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero, I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wildin' with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism. 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 Terrorism.
Steve Standard.
I've never been lucky at love, no never. I've never been good at holding on. A heart broken so many pieces, but I'll just keep on moving on because I'll never give up on love, no never, no never, and I'll never give up on trust, whatever come what may. All that I wanna say, that true love's gonna come my way. Alright, I'm looking for a lover for me. Could you be the one for me? Yeah, alright. Just looking for forever for me. For me.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson Reese. We've been talking to the people on the phone. I still want to hear from you today. I want to know who you're voting for, who's going to win the election. Should we have only had one candidate in the race? But Reese, what I really want to do, starting right now, is to break down a recap. Also, want to let you know to the BP1, What's in It for the Black People family, if you are looking for a place to watch the election returns, we will be here at Obsidian. If you are looking for a campaign to volunteer on, stop by TP Obsidian and we can get you assigned to a campaign to work on. Shout out to all my BP1 people that are out working in the polling places. Big shout out to Andre Smith in the 20th Ward, Tavares Briggs in the 6th Ward. Shout out to Felicia Simmons Stovall and Big Tom and everybody that's over working in the 21st Ward for Cornell Dantzler. Shout out to Tamiko Holt, who is over in the 24th now working with Vitris Boyce as a write-in candidate for the police district. And then shout out to Meredith Benet Hammer. Those are all the people we got out in the streets right now. If you are looking to help support candidates, please give us a call. Or excuse me, not say give us a call. Stop by Obsidian. We'll get you out. 5401 South Wentworth. There'll be somebody here all day to push you out. Whether it's Big Swill, whether it's Cassandra, whether it's me, we're going to get you out to the places. I got to go vote today, though. Got to go vote. And so, Reese, I was getting ready to vote, and so I started to do a political recap of all the candidates. So, Reese, the only two mayoral candidates that actually monetarily supported the What's in It for the Black People media outlet, I feel like I have a certain level of obligation to them. No, Riis, it's interesting because I think of the Bible. You know, when Jesus said that if you embarrass me on earth, so shall I be in front of you when you come to my Father's house. And I was just thinking, yesterday I had another experience where a political candidate who has a significant black population was like, I can't be associated with Mays Jackson. And I was thinking to myself, like, so wait, y'all could be with the police, y'all could be with all these other people, but you scared to be associated with Mays Jackson, who is a vociferous advocate for black people. I get it. But Riis, what does that say to me and to our listeners? So my question is, like, I guess my question is to our platform, and I recognize that there is a danger in being involved with our platform just because we've allowed other people to redefine it or re-narrate it in some cases. You know, I'm not backing off of who I am, and I would argue that I'm not against anyone. I would argue that I feel like we get to mix it up. Everybody else get to put their own self-interest in it. And then when we talk about it, I told you, a black man as a racist? Nah. Black man who's experienced racism? Yeah. A black man who might have been traumatized by racism? Yeah, maybe. But black man a racist? Nah, I don't think so. But Riis, Dr. Willie Wilson, you know what Ricky Hendon calls me every day to remind me? That Brandon Johnson never spent $1 with us. Like, I ain't never whacked him. I ain't never hurt him. But what he was trying to say is you might offend his coalition. And so then that makes me think, what does that mean for me post-election? Right? Like, so again, if you win with white votes, there's a lot of white counselors or white people that'll tell you to stay away from the controversial black people. It also makes me think that when people say all, they don't necessarily really mean all. Riis, I feel like I have had a pretty open door policy for every candidate. Like, I would have let the mayor come on. Now, we would have had it, but I wasn't going to bow down. I wasn't finna be like, it's going to be like, you came to my show. But sometimes, Riis, I get tired of phony kicking it. Like, I get tired of smiling and acting like it's all good when it's like, fam, can you please tell me what I said wrong? Can you tell me what was racist? Can you tell me why I offend your other people? And what about black self-interest is so offensive to other groups that make you say, I can't be? So I'm in this conundrum of blackness, Riis. I'm in the blackness conundrum because I'm always expected to be black, look out for black, but I can't count on the reciprocity. So I started doing a political strengths and weaknesses analysis. And so I'm going to go through some of the candidates and I'm going to do them. I'm not going to call them tier 1 and tier 2. I'm going to call them TV, no TV. Is that better? Like, if you ain't on TV, can we agree that it's the odds of you winning are very unlikely? Can we not, like, I know in Wakanda, we always think that, well, they ain't going to think about this, or we think we going to pray for a miracle. So I'm going to let the miracle stand. I'm not going to be the dream killer. I'm going to start from the position that anything could happen today, tomorrow, etc. But in my experience, there's people who have TV, there's people who don't have TV, and the people who don't have TV aren't. So let's start with the people who have TV. And I'm going to just talk about some of the things that I've seen in this, and you're more than welcome to call. I want to know. So I'm going to start with the incumbent mayor, Lori Lightfoot. Riis, as much as I don't care for the mayor, I just don't think you can count her out. You can't count her out because she's the incumbent, right? And she does have the forgetful black folks in the world. She does have her blackness, and she does have the keep the seat mentality. But you know what she reminds me of, Riis? She reminds me of Madam President Toni Preckwinkle this time 4 years ago. If you recall Madam President Toni Preckwinkle, we all complained about the fact that she catered to whites and progressives more than she cared about black folks. I think that was a universal concern, at least on this platform. And I don't think that her election was a referendum, was that everybody loved Lori Lightfoot. I think it was a referendum on the fact that Madam President Toni Preckwinkle had not actively demonstrated her commitment to the black community. And then as the white folks that, like, she found out kind of what Lori Lightfoot is finding out this time. Like, when the white folks get to whiting, all your progressiveness don't mean nothing. You still over there. And Toni Preckwinkle found that out. And she had spent years, Riis, chasing this progressive white vote that abandoned her in the last election. And if you recall, during the last election, after the white progressives abandoned her for Lori Lightfoot, then she did the I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all. And she did the black tour, and she was on the black tour so much so that she came and did the Mays Jackson show twice in one day. Twice, Riis. She did the morning show, and then she came to the office where we had over there and sat in the chairs and was like, Mays, I commit to you and to the black community that I will. And so it's like, get me once, shame on me. Get me twice, shame on you. Get me twice, shame on me. And now I'm looking at this mayor who for 3 years and 6 months was everything but black, and now she is the blackest of the black of the black. But as we know, black folks are the most forgiving. And so I don't believe that we can count this mayor out. But Riis, I think all one needs to do is look at Mayor Lightfoot's progression of political campaign ads, and you can see the evolution over time. Remember dude with the earring and the white guy on the couch? Remember them? Remember them guys? And the pizza delivery, and it was cute? That didn't work. Remember, Riis, she said, look, we haven't always gotten it right, but we get it together. And then she did the cry. White folks was like, don't nobody care about your tears, woman. So then you think about it, Riis. That's when she pulled out of there wasn't no more white people in the commercials. Then that's when she went to born the child of a sharecropper. See, and you can see all this happen in a 3-month period, Riis. So if she started with the white boy with the pizza box commercial and the dude with the earring in his right ear, kicked them to the curb, then put on the red suit and tried to cry. Didn't work. Then, Riis, she went to I was born by the river in a little tent. Just like the river's been running, I've been running ever since. Now she's singing Negro spirituals on the campaign trail. And I'm waiting for her to show. You think today she gonna wear a kufi and a kente cloth, and she gonna be out at the polling places shaking hands in one of them things, one of them hats, and the Kufi and Kente Cloth. So, Reese, what I see with that is the mayor has been searching to find a path to victory. And every time she released those commercials, the door got shut. The polling came back and it was like, nah, that ain't working. And something came to her and said to her, the only way you win is with black folks. And then, Reese, don't you remember dude? Then she she got the black dude, the hater, and called everybody the haters. And all I could think about that whole commercial was Willie Wilson. Every black man you had in your administration, you crossed them. You called Jason Irvin out. You called Anthony Bill out. You kicked Willie Wilson. You talk about anytime you get a chance to tell, you call Brandon all time. She called him a hater and a sellout and all time. So, Reese, what I find is that the mayor has come to the realization that she's not white. And all of the good stuff and all the goodwill and all them people she been cool with all them years, guess what she found out, Reese? You need to find my doom. Still OJ. Mayor Lightfoot realized, use one of us now. Now she's swimming around trying to be one of us. But then the other part, the problem is, Reese, is that she offended so many people on the south side that she got to do all the work on the west side. But the west side has the smaller vote turnout for black folks. So that's why I see the mayor right now. Make sense?
So now she got some challenges.
She does, Reese. She has some challenges. But, the other part we got is challenges, too, because we forgetful.
I think she might pull it out, though. I'm feeling it, man.
See?
I'm feeling like she
might
pull it out.
That's why I'm glad you live in Forest Park. All right!
Mm-hmm.
So that's the mayor. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. And I really want somebody to call me up and tell me who is voting for the mayor. Like, I really want the mayor voters to call up. Like, I promise I won't cook you. I won't cook you. But I need you to call us and tell us, why should we even consider giving the mayor a second chance?
WB.
Next, you got the Reverend Dr. Willie Wilson. I got to tell you, Dr. Wilson is the people's champ, in my estimation. Like, Dr. Wilson consistently running or not running is the people's champ. Riis, he gave away masks when the mayor was trying to get you booty scratching masks. He gave every alderman 10,000 masks. He gave all the CTA workers masks. He gave the police masks. Riis, he funded the reparations fight, right?
Politically. Let's talk politically.
Well, hold on. I'm in the people's champ space.
Okay.
People's champ space. Okay? Then, Dr. Wilson has given away tons of money through the churches, got people out of jail, all of that. So it's like, in my mind, Dr. Wilson, in our minds, is kind of like the rich Robin Hood. Right? He started lining up with them 50s. But it also has worked as a negative to him in the white world because they say that he is buying votes. But can I be honest with you? I feel like Dr. Wilson's base is very much like Donald Trump's base. When Dr. Wilson said we're going to hunt them down like rabbits, did you hear Sister Zakiya call up here? Sister Zakiya called up here and said, if you know what is going on in these streets and I want them hunted down like rabbits. Now, this is Sister Zakiya. You know ain't nobody more black than Sister Zakiya. So to me, Dr. Wilson has solidified a base of about 11%. The question now is, will white people white? Because he got his black vote. And in my estimation, Dr. Wilson wins the black community. He's still, I think, between him, Brandon Johnson, and Mayor Lightfoot, I still believe Dr. Willie Wilson wins the majority of the black vote. And now when you look at the turnout, and you see that all the vote, 60% of the vote is 65 plus, that's Dr. Wilson's sweet spot. But Riis, I don't know if he's got enough to get there because as much as white folks will take your money, They got a white option in Paul Vallis. I also got to say, I feel like Dr. Wilson has kind of tapered off in the last 2 weeks, if that makes sense. And then maybe his strategy is to rely on TV, because Riis, he got 3 commercials in every commercial break. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Look, I know crime has touched my life. I have a son that was murdered. The question is, can he pick up white ethnic voters? Now, I think in a race between him and Lori Lightfoot, he gets the white ethnic voters. But as long as there's a white guy in the race, the white people going white. So that's Dr. Willie Wilson. Riis, Chuy Garcia. Like, I almost feel like he was the preordained next mayor. And everybody was waiting with bated breath for Chuy Garcia to get into the race. And he kind of, because he was perceived as the front runner, I don't want to call it arrogance, but whatever it was, he tried to make everybody wait on his will. But Riis, in my estimation, I think he faded fast. He looks unenthusiastic, and he was late to the game. That stated, I still feel like he's in the mix to be in the runoff. Like, so I feel like there's a thing happening with him and Brandon Johnson where Brandon is rising and Chuy is falling, but I don't know where the nexus is. I.e., when Chuy falls, has he fallen enough that Brandon Johnson is able to overtake him? That I don't know. What I also know, though, is Chuy Garcia left his progressive roots and tried to become the candidate of the white folks, assuming that he would pick up the Latinos. And I feel like a lot of white people pushed him into the race. All of those people that were supporting him when they assumed that he was the kingmaker of the Latino community. And so all of those Southwest Side Irishmen and all of them put their money in the Chuy Garcia basket because they thought, who in the hell is this Brandon Johnson? He can't do anything. He has no name recognition, etc. Now, I'm on the radio. So now my question becomes, can Chuy hold on? Chuy's got a robust TV schedule. He's raised about $4 million. But Riis, for some reason, it just seems lackluster to me. And I don't know if it's just me and I'm not anti, I don't feel like he has gathered the momentum that everybody expected. And I feel like where he thought he was going to get the momentum, Riis, Brandon Johnson has been picking at that. Chuy Garcia talked about this Harold Washington multilateral coalition. You do know I'm on the radio, right? You know I'm on the radio. So now you got Chuy Garcia, in my estimation, who said that who promised us a multicultural coalition. Riis, it got so bad for him this weekend. If you go through Chuy Garcia's pictures right now, you don't see no black people, no people of color. You see Latinos. It got so bad that he had to get children. He had to get some black people in his photos to do this coalition. He had to get children. He had to go get a longtime friend from Harold Washington, and they mobilized children. But you know what happened, Riis? The mamas and daddies was like, "What? How much you paying?" Or the mamas and daddies was like, take them for these 2 hours because I got to go run some errands. They probably didn't know that their children was in the thing. Now, I want to hear, though, from you who you're voting for, who you think is going to win. Because, Riis, right now, if I was a betting man, I think that this race has come down to the two least expected candidates. You know what else happened to Chuy Garcia? What else happened to Chuy Garcia is the white guys convinced him to run as the moderate, right? They said, you already got all your disciples, so you come run with us and you be up and you be the candidate that white guys can go for. But I don't think that they realized that Brandon Johnson would get him on the heels. So look, y'all, we got calls on the line, but we're not going to take it yet. Well, we can take it. Let's go to the call. Call you on the Mays Jackson Show. You are listening to the Mays Jackson Show. Who you got? Who you voting for? Should we have only had one black candidate in the race? And who's going to be in the runoff? What's up, caller? Where you calling from? Who you is?
Hey, Mays Jackson, this is Lisa's voice. How are you?
I'm great, Vitris, so that's why I appreciate you calling the station and not the cell phone. What's going on, sis?
I was down the wrong number. I apologize. I'm just calling in. Letting you guys know that we're up and running over in the 24th Ward. The people are coming out. They're pouring into the polls, and we're excited about today. We're excited about the endorsement for what's in it for the black people, and we're ready to move forward.
Awesome. Vitris, so you are out there right now. You're running for alderman in the 24th Ward. What is it looking like out there? What's your projections? What's going on?
It's looking good, Mays. You got the candidates out, the people wearing their buttons and sweatshirts, and the community is excited. I haven't seen this much morale in quite a while. They're saying that we want new leadership, and so we'll see how that's reflected at the end of the day. But we feel very confident about that we will be placed today.
Now,
if it's not 50+%, could be a runoff.
All right, that's Vitris Boyce. Now, if y'all was tuned in last week, Vitris Boyce called in. Not called in. She was sitting here for our candidate debate for the 24th Ward where 3 candidates showed up. Vitris Boyce is the endorsed candidate of What's in It for the Black People. So y'all get out there. Y'all check her out. Y'all support her. She's also supporting our girl Tamiko Holt, who is running for the Police District Council. So y'all make sure y'all collaborate and get it together. Look, y'all, it's the Mays Jackson Show. I know I got callers on the line. Caller, I'm going to take your call when we come back, but give us a call, 872-259-7474. We're going to talk about this mayor's race, what it's boiled down to, plus the aldermanic races to watch. Could there be some upsets? Riis, how come all the people the mayor appointed don't want to tell nobody she appointed? It's like, wait a minute, you're not, no, I don't. Then, like, none of the aldermen are carrying the mayor on their palm cards because nobody wants to be associated with her. It's really an interesting dynamic that I've never seen. I mean, because people still carry Ram, but Ram had that bag. So Ram would be like, yo, carry this and I give you 10,000.
She better not win. Huh? Said she better not win. I just keep thinking about the
how vindictive she'll be.
The part on training day at the end when Denzel talking to everybody. You that's how she gonna
you be. Motherfucker. I'm King Kong. King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
That's all I see the man doing right now. She with. Oh, you want to rock it with me, huh?
You want to rock with me?
It's going to be a long 4 years for you, Doc.
It's been a long 4 years for me. I got another plan. Look, y'all, this is the Mays Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mays Jackson. Come on, man, DJ Riis Ruler. We want the phone lines lit up. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. What are the races you're watching? Who you think is going to be in the runoff? One black candidate? And I really want to hear, I promise you, besides DJ Riis the Ruler, I want to hear from the people that are supporting the mayor. Give us a call, 872-25. If you supporting the mayor, we're going to move you to the front of the line. Because I want to know what it is and what did you forget. Anyway, it's the Mays Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Mays Jackson Show will be back after this break.
With the longtime 34th Ward turning into the 21st Ward, there's only one clear choice for your next alderman of the 21st Ward, Cornell Dantzler. If you live in the 34th Ward, which is now the 21st Ward, vote for Cornell Dantzler in the upcoming election to represent your ward as alderman.
We will work together as a family and as a team so that we can make the 21st Ward one of the best wards in the city of Chicago. Thank you.
Punch 51 for Cornell Dantzler.
Over 25 years ago, Patrick Brutus decided that serving the public was the best way to help his community. And since then, he has been a dependable and trustworthy friend to all. Now, by fighting for safe and walkable streets, new businesses, and retail corridors, Patrick Brutus has the right vision and the most experience to lead the 6th Ward. On Election Day, punch 53 for Patrick Brutus, because he's our choice for alderman of the 6th Ward.
Yeah, Ruthie Mo, Riis the ruler, Mays Jackson. This is the reparations interlude. We not asking, we demanding. So go on, make my payments high, 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 high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high, 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 high. Not no SBA loans, just run the bread, make it high, 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 high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high, 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 high. Look, hey, check it out. First drug lord was President Nixon. Oval Office was the strap house where he was tipping. Got the drugs from Nicaragua and gave us crack. Declared war on blacks. Man, tell him to cut the check and tried to make it seem like a revolution. CIA was the corner boys for distribution. We could tear this country in half for retribution. But I'd rather get some restitution, so tell him to cut the check. John Singleton, man, he already told y'all. He broke it down for you when he made Snowfall. They locked us all up and created whole laws. So send a message like a cold call. Tell them to cut the check. Look, we built this city. We built this city. Put this country together and gave him hella aid. Lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Over 400 years. Been punching the clock, but yeah, we still ain't got paid. Look, they paying the immigrants. They paid the Jews. Executive orders, man, they made the rules. I want my 40 acres, you can save the mule. Cause as of right now, we getting played for the fool. Look, for sterilization, Tuskegee experiment, Rosewood, Japanese internment. Come on. Was all paid out from the government. We waiting on our turn. We definitely earned it. So make my payment high, 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 high. Tell the government to cut them reparations. Make them high, 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 high. Not no SBA loans. Just run the bread. Make it high, 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 high. Tell the government to cut them reparations. Make them high, 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 high. Not no stimulus checks. Just run the bread. Make it high. Yeah, Ruthie Mo, Riis the ruler, Mays Jackson. This is the reparations interlude. We not asking, we demanding.
Back to the Mays Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Mays Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Mays said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands.
Reminds me of that 16 shots and that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
World, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Rule on the ones and twos. You know what, Riis? The other thing I was thinking about with Chewy that somebody brought to my attention. Chewy made a cardinal mistake by hiring a campaign manager from Washington, D.C. as compared to a local Chicago campaign manager. That's a double-edged sword because the outside campaign manager does not concern themselves with local things per se, right? But then when it's time for you to get aid and assist, they can't pick up the phone and call nobody. So, you know, somebody told me Chewy had a black campaign manager. I'm not sure if that's the case. But if you got a black campaign manager from Washington, D.C., in a city in one of the most clandestine cities in the country, who's your street person? And I saw he tried to hire black folks, Riis, but he hired black folks from outside of the city. So, people be having these titles, but they can't move around the city. They can't go places. So that's where I'm at right now. But I do want to hear, I think we got people on the phone line, right? So if you're on the phone line, give us a call, 872-259-7474. Who you got in the mayor's race? Did we mess up by having multiple black candidates? And who you think gonna make the runoff? Caller, are you there?
Yes, this is Andre Smith.
Andre Smith, candidate for alderman in the 20th Ward. What's going on, sir? What you seeing out there? Your polling place is open. You out there? What are the people saying? I know. And are they voting at Wadsworth? Do we need to send somebody over there to check that out? What's going on, Andre?
No, they voting at Wadsworth STEM School. Actually, about 4 blocks from the other Wadsworth Immigration Center. So. I mean, everybody's out here, we doing what we doing, and we got all our people at all the polling places, and now I am about to touch down at all the sites to double check and make sure everything okay. One of the polling places did not open up until 7 o'clock. So other than that, things are moving.
All right, man. Now you got people out there working, you grinding. What are you seeing out there, Dre? How are the people responding, and what is the community's response to the migrant situation? And do you think that'll have an impact on this election?
Yeah, I believe it's going to have an impact. One, they're really disappointed with the mayor in regards to the migrants as well as the aldermen. When I'm at the polling places, the people trying to pass the alderman literature, and the voters are saying they don't want it. She got to go.
Oh wow! So I'm gonna come out there and check you out today. I'm gonna be moving around. You know, Obsidian is actually in the ward, so we are waiting with bated breath. I see people outside. I saw the chat was going crazy this morning because your squad was lining up. They was getting out there. I think Jackie was there like 5:30 this morning. So man, bro,
yes.
You tell people how they can help you. Tell them what they can do, how they can get involved. I know. Look, you got. Your big rush is almost over because it'll stop at 9. Then you got another one that's going to come at 12. And then you got another one that's going to be from 4 to 7. So what can people do? How can they help you?
Hey, look, my name is Andre Smith. My punch number is 53. I'm running for alderman in the 20th ward. If you know somebody, a friend, nephew, cousin, grandma, little mom, big mama, call them. Tell them to vote for Andre Smith, punch 53. And if you want to come and help and volunteer, our office is on 65th and State Street. Just pop on in, and, get your hands wet, and make some phone calls and go at the polls. I really appreciate it. The war will appreciate it. Let's turn this thing around.
Hey, y'all, that is Andre Smith, people's champ out there fighting on the front lines. Look, it's the Mays Jackson Show. We appreciate you, Dre. Huh? Oh, Dre, who? I know he voting for me. Dre, did he tell?
Yeah.
Who you voting for, man?
Hello?
Who you voting for mayor?
For mayor?
Uh-huh.
Paul Vallis.
Whoa. Whoa.
Paul Vallis.
You might have to put there might need to be a sound effect on that. You jumping early, huh? All right. I'm going to ask you about that on a different day because I don't want you to change up your stuff today. Look, y'all, this is my man Andre Smith. He is the What's in it for the Black People endorsed candidate in the 20th ward. And he say, Riis, he voting for Paul Vallis. That could be a telltale sign. All right, let's see who else we got on the live line. Caller, you on the Mays Jackson Show. Who you voting for? Should we have only had one candidate, and who's going to make the runoff? What you got for me, caller? And I'm still looking for a Lori Lightfoot fan. Caller, you there?
Yeah, keep waiting on it. I'm voting for Cam. That's who I'm voting for.
Oh, this is Tamiko Holt. So also, y'all make sure y'all
it is.
Y'all make sure y'all check out Tamiko because she is running in the 17th. Did I get that right? 17th police district. What's the police district?
You didn't get none of it right. But Mays, I got a question though, seriously, because I think that misinformation has been put out there. Didn't you say, and I've heard from numerous of sources that because it's electronic, we can vote in any precinct, any ward, wherever we are, right? Nobody said anything about provisional ballots.
No, I don't think you can vote anywhere unless that changed. I know they were trying to make that happen. I don't know if that's the case, but if it is, that's an awesome tool. I'll be trying to vote somewhere else today because mine be. And provisional ballots are usually put in place when you show up to the wrong place or they can't find you on the list. And so they say vote, and just in case we find you, then we've got your voice and it doesn't get listed and it doesn't get missed. So you try to avoid provisional ballots if you can because they can be spoiled.
Exactly. So they most of them, because the woman's saying, and if you don't go down there within 2 to 3 days and show your ID, it's going to be null and void.
Okay.
So it's been out, and it's been out there that you can vote in any wherever
that was
you
for
are.
Early. That was for early vote. That was for early vote. That wasn't for the general election.
I listened very well. They said as far as this election, this woman told me, yeah, I can vote. But it's by provisional ballot.
You don't want to vote provisionally, guys. If you can go
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pretty much stop what I'm doing. I'm going to my precinct.
Right. So let's not even put the provisional ballot out there. Let's not even make people think that they can go vote anywhere because, again.
And I'm telling you, that's what people already think already.
So I'm saying.
So 4 people got turned around where I'm at.
So let's make sure black folks do not try. If you know where your polling place is and it's a precinct, go to your precinct and vote. They sent you a mailing card.
Please
go to that location.
Let them know. Please put it.
Because the provisional ballots do not necessarily count. They make you feel good because you get to say you voted, but oftentimes the provisional ballots don't necessarily make it. to the count because you have to be able to prove your resident, prove that you are an actual voter. Tamiko says she is voting for Cam Buckner, who I like in the Tier 2 race. But I guess my other question is, who makes the runoff, Tamiko?
Oh, who makes the runoff? Oh, Dallas makes the runoff. I'm going to vote for Dallas.
What? There's two.
If Cam do not make the runoff, and Dallas makes the runoff, I'm voting for Dallas.
And I heard he was over at the
unless it's Dr. Willie Wilson. Okay, now that's something different.
Okay, so this we gonna
Does that
say.
make sense?
Yep, it makes 100% sense. So I think most of us on this platform would probably be voting for. If Dr. Wilson makes it to the runoff, I think most of us will. Now he ain't gonna make it with you because you gonna be voting for Cam in the first round. So in the second round, you got to come back. But I appreciate you. Now, Tamiko, where are you running again? Tell me what the police district is one more time.
It was the 12th district. So I'm trying to figure out where all this write-in stuff come in at. You do know what happened, right?
I know you got challenged off, but I don't know.
No, it's more than that.
Okay.
So I sent you the email or the paperwork and you didn't look at it, but that's okay. It's more. More than that happened.
So I'll have to look at that a little bit later on today because I was just under the impression that you were running as a write-in. So you're not running as a write-in. I should stop saying that.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out who told you that.
Okay, so we'll talk about that a little later. Look, that is Tamiko Holt. We'll talk about that. We won't discuss it on air, but we will talk about it a little bit later. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Who you voting for? I'm still looking for somebody to tell me they voting for Lori Lightfoot. Don't be scared. I won't curse. Who is going to win the mayor's race today? Who will be in the runoff? And should we have only had one black candidate? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show.
What's going on, Brother Maze?
What? This sound like Darius Deontay Randall. That's what it sounds like to me. Is that who this is? What's up, Reverend? How you feeling? And you was looking real fresh on Saturday night, brother. I seen you in your tux looking kind of slick. And happy belated birthday to your lovely lady as well. What's up, Pastor Dr. Reverend?
You know, I'm coming from live. I can't tell you where I live because I got threats on me. So, but I'm on the south side of Chicago. Just know that. So, people, I have threats on me because the way I speak it. Here we go. I'm going to put it out there for your listeners. Dr. Willie Wilson is not the choice for black people. And here's why. Number one, Dr. Willie Wilson is a Republican. President Donald Trump reached out to him to run for president with him on the ticket. Number two, Dr. Willie Wilson has used gimmicks this entire mayor's campaign to win voters. Everything from gas giveaways, everything from him doing the food vouchers and all that. And I have this argument with two of my pastor friends, and they see it differently. But here's how I see it. Even though he's always been a great philanthropist, and I give him that. He's always been a great philanthropist. But still, when you are running for office, you should not use your money as a tool to win voters.
What does JB do? Wait, what did JB do?
JB?
I'm with you now, man.
Yes.
Huh? Okay, now hold on, Reverend. I was about to let you go, but you can't wait. So the black man can't use his money, but everybody else can. Reverend. Look, Darius, you know you my man, but Dad.
Just on JB. How did JB use his money made to win voters?
I don't know, but a lot of your cousins voted for him.
He paid so the other guy that he ran against can win. That's usually he paid so the other guy
he ran negative. Hold on now. Doctor. He spent a lot of money making commercials against the black dude because he didn't want a black dude to be equally resourced to him. But go ahead, Rem.
Check this out, brother May. And then people are talking about, he has a plan. Dude, have we listened to the guy talk and listened to him debate on these platforms? We can barely understand what he's saying.
Hold on, Doc.
Ain't a reverend? Ain't a reverend too? Ain't he a reverend? I thought the church say amen together.
Now, Reverend, you know what? Now, see, you done came on here and tried to blow up the spot, and now you want to talk about how Dr. Wilson talk. Now, Doctor, don't make me start having you conjugate verbs around this mug. Now, I ain't going. CPS. Don't no CPS student call me talk about. I'm gonna stop. I don't want no problems. Now, Doc, you know you came over here to start some controversy with that. You are clearly supporting Brandon. Okay, that's fair.
I'm supporting Brandon Johnson.
Now, can you support Brandon without body slamming Dr. Wilson? Can we do that?
It's not a body slam. It's not a body slam, but this is just because it's painful to see. And I'm behind my little brother Jamal Green 100%. He went after him on that debate. And
how you behind him 100% and you endorsing Brandon? You behind him no percent. You endorsing Brandon.
I'm behind him.
That's you sound like the people who be behind me, man. You be sound like the people who be behind me.
I'm behind him on that part. I'm not supporting him for mayor, but I'm behind him on that part when he went after Wilson because the activist came out of him when Wilson said, Wilson said, we're gonna chase the police, gonna chase blacks down, the youth down. Like rabbit.
He didn't say blacks. He didn't say youth. None of that.
And on the commercial, Riis, you pointed out he did have a white boy.
He did have a white man. He had a white man. I told you. That's what we heard. That's what we heard.
Who committed the crime?
The same.
Oh, wait. A black
people. Who called Jack Mays?
What kind
Who
of
called
rubbish?
Jack Mays?
Right.
Who went after him?
It's white people doing crimes too. Highland Park.
Doc, I gotta let you go, man. I gotta let you go. You done got my pressure up. You done got my pressure up, bro.
Rainbow push.
Rev,
all day rainbow push.
Rev, you got my pressure up, man. See, man, that's my man Darius Deontay. Riis
you said they forget quickly. You said they forget. You said wait. And listen, and like I said, when he said that, look where our mind went. The man just put words in his mouth. He didn't say black or I used down, but he's like, well then who committed the crimes? Everybody. But our minds went straight there, like, right, oh, what you mean? That's black people? That's black? That is so, oh my God, that is so bad, man. That is so, and I thought the church said amen together. I thought the church said amen together.
Amen. See, man? See?
I thought the church said amen together. Man, I'm just confused, man.
Darius, hey, you know Darius don't speak the King's English, but I'm going to stop. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Who you voting for mayor? I'm still looking for somebody. Not just anybody, but somebody who is going to call me up and tell me why anybody black should be voting for Mayor Lightfoot. And I know you're going to say the pandemic, but okay. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Riis, anybody on the line? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show.
Hello, Maze.
This is Maze.
Andre here.
Which Andre?
This Andre Holland. I'll give you my last name.
Okay, what's up? Andre. You know, you said, hey, Maze, Andre here. I was like, you know, we got a few Andres. What's up, Andre Holland?
Right, sure.
Talk to us, brother. What's going on?
First of all, to speak on Tamiko's point, the early voting sites are still open. Okay, so if a person want to vote outside of their precinct, they can certainly go to any early voting facility to vote. Okay? And second of all, I'm voting for Brandon Johnson. Well, I have voted for Brandon Johnson. And third, please, remember, I'm telling you this, Maze, look out for Chewy. Chewy would not make the runoff, and just look at who he's going to back in the general.
The white dude. We know what it is. Hey, this y'all black and brown. Hey, this y'all black and brown. He has showed you multiple times about his black and brown coalition and what he really thinks about you. But y'all gonna let them call me racist? Y'all gonna let them call me racist? Y'all gonna let them call me anti-everything? And he has proved to you on numerous occasions what he actually thinks. Look, Stacey Davis Gates,
Exactly.
Greg
You
from
are
SCIU.
the Mastradamus.
Man, I try, and look, and then he felt like he could, so they was like, please, please, please run. Then when he saw it was a black dude, he was like, hey man, bust them Negroes over there, and bust them, and bust the 2 black leaders that put it there. And then he pivoted to the other guys and the white guys, and then they split the House of Labor, fam. Like, they split the House of Labor and he went and got the guys. And he went and locked down the Madigans and all the Southwest Side Irish and all those people that he said he was fighting with. And all you got to do now is go on social media and look at the responses of how Chewy's team is operating now. They have reduced the race to a racial demographic. And when Brandon got supported by Delia Ramirez, remember my man, what's his name from the Chewy camp, said, what you doing over there with them coloreds? What you doing over with them Negroes? You supposed to be over here with us.
State Rep Ortiz.
Yep, see? And then he tried to roll up on me, and I was just like, fam, that was bogus. And then you're going to try and use me and turn me into the racist, right? But meanwhile, y'all practicing racial politics. Hey, so, hey, man.
All the time.
Andre, I appreciate you. Now, let me just tell you about Brandon.
Yes, sir.
See how you listening to the show?
He
had listeners over here. See, but he ain't not a dime. Never supported the black outlet, man. I ain't seen him. No, I mean it's maybe 2. I heard he had a $10,000 buy across all black media. $10,000 across all black media. That says that my biggest concern, Andre, is how many times people, when we ask them about blackness, and they say, "Just look at me." No, don't just look at me. Tell me and show me. I like Brandon a lot. But I am very concerned.
That's your skateboard cousin.
Right, look at you. See, now you need to go. When you see him, you need to be like, hey, skateboarding cousin, why you didn't advertise on the black radio station on Mays Jackson show? Mays showed you a lot of love, right? Not just love, but the fact of the matter is you had millions of dollars. You could only find $10,000 for all the black media outlets in Chicago, and only the ones that said, use the best. That's not cool. But I'll tell you, turn that radio down in the back, Andre, because I like you, man. Andre, so we going to see.
I will see him in a little while, and I will broach that topic with him. And you should be hearing from someone.
Dre, let me tell you what, though. Can I tell you what? And I know this is for a fact.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
The Latino constituency within your coalition is definitely anti-Mays Jackson, and it cannot be. He's fearful of offending that group, right? So that's the thing that scares me, right? Is like when you got this coalition, and the coalition can convince you that you got bad black people that you can't talk to, but you could talk to anybody else, and that to me, man, speaks volumes. And that, Andre, I'll be honest with you, the fact that we have opened our doors to Brandon on numerous occasions, giving him access to all of our people, all of our places. We've never discouraged anybody from supporting him. As a matter of fact, I've given him a lot of tick time. And it just is crazy to me that same group of people that, like, we gotta go along and we gotta be on board. But the Latinos on the squad can say, nah, stay away from Mays Jackson, when I'm talking to black folks. Like, don't nobody tell them they can't talk to Lale. And we don't know what the heck they saying on Lale when they be talking about us. But, Andre, I appreciate you calling in. I appreciate you being a faithful listener, and you should put it in front of them, right? I do think that, again,
yes, sir.
So many times we have to be silent in our space. And my concern is I see all of that stuff that you wrote and put in writing, but I haven't seen that same action when it comes to, the ones of us that are advocates, right, for ourselves. Now, if we say black and brown, we all good. We can be everywhere, but we know that black and brown doesn't always equal a win for us. Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm. You sure you with
Brandon? Hey, I'm a realistic.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. So please, just do me a solid, right? When the next time when you be around, just be like, hey, man, don't let these other people tell you Mays is racist. Tell you that Mays is for black people. I'm not against nobody. And that, like, a credible person like yourself tunes into the show. I appreciate you for calling, brother. Thank you so much. Riis, we got anybody else on the line? All right, so that's the calls. All right, Riis, it's 8:30. Look like we got to take another break. So let's take a quick break. Then I'm going to do my last roundup of these candidates because we still haven't covered who I think are probably battling for the top 2 spots. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after these messages. You mean to tell me Ricky Henderson ain't called us today? Ricky busy working. But Ricky said that any of our candidates that are, any What's in it for the Black People endorsed candidates that will pass Willie Wilson today, we will pay them, he will pay them $500 to pass Willie Wilson. Riis, you need to get off here and go pass Willie Wilson. Anyway, so we'll talk about that too as well. Look, it's the Mays Jackson Show. It's the final countdown. We'll be back after these messages.
The Mays Jackson Show will be back after this break. Mays Jackson.
Tune in to the Mays Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 a.m. That's right, it's the Mays Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Mays said, we out of here. Peace.
This is Monster Jam! See the legendary Gravedigger and more tear up the dirt with massive stunts, all-out racing, and crazy skills. It's adrenaline-charged fun for the whole family.
Let's hear it! Make some noise!
Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Allstate Arena March 3rd through 5th. Brought to you by BKT Tires. You have to see it live, so lock in your seats at monsterjam.com.
We can count on Paul Vallis. When Paul Vallis was CEO of Chicago Public Schools, he revitalized our neighborhood schools. No one delivered more for our underserved young people than Paul Vallis. As mayor, Paul Vallis will ensure that communities long neglected get a fair share of city investment, attracting the grocery stores we need, improving sanitation, and other city services in our neighborhoods. Vote Paul Vallis, a mayor for all of us. Paid for by Vallis for Mayor.
Willie Wilson for mayor of Chicago. The violence in Chicago must stop. Willie Wilson pledges real action to do that. A revised police structure, 4 superintendents, more accessible to their neighborhoods, providing faster communication and concentration of resources. Willie Wilson pledges more integrated police patrols to increase community, confidence, and cooperation. Willie Wilson's pledge will make Chicago safer. Finally, Chicago, do it right. Willie Wilson for mayor.
With the longtime 34th Ward turning into the 21st Ward, there's only one clear choice for your next alderman of the 21st Ward, Cornell Danzler. If you live in the 34th Ward, which is now the 21st Ward, vote for Cornell Danzler in the upcoming election to represent your ward as alderman.
We will work together as a family and as a team so that we can make the 21st Ward one of the best wards in the city of Chicago. Thank you.
Punch 51 for Cornell Danzler.
My name is Chris Levy, and I'm working hard to become your next 5th Ward Alderman. As a lifelong Chicagoan, I chose the historic 5th Ward as my home and a place to raise my family. This means I have a vested interest in our safety and prosperity. But we need a change, and I'm the best candidate for the job. I'm not a career politician, but a motivated citizen who cares and will do whatever it takes to restore our community to greatness. My name is Chris Levy, and I want to drive change. Please punch 60 and vote for me for 5th Ward Alderman. My name is Chris Levy, and I approve this message.
Carry the weight for love, kept it moving, ain't never looked back.
I'm legit. I've been on the move. Make it do what it do. Ain't got nothing to prove. Redefining the cool, hey. I don't keep my trauma or my feelings in a bottle. Take a shot, no drama, just want you to know what I know. It don't last forever, promise it gets better. You've been through the biggest storm, but you can change the weather. Been under pressure, you know my name. Whenever the heat comes, I put out the flame. It made me a diamond. It made me a diamond. It made me a diamond. You know my name.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis, the ruler, on the ones and twos. I would argue that we all have relationships. Sometimes the organization outweighs the relationship. So, yeah. So we don't. Anyway, I was looking at some of the comments. We do have relationships. We have relationships. Maybe all of us don't, but we do have a variety of relationships in the world. And sometimes I don't know that we always think about the repercussions of, individual relationships or long-term goals or whatever. And so, I always think again, there's debate. We have the What's in It for the Black People Voters Guide. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. I want to know who you voting for. And have we heard from anybody that's supporting the mayor yet? Caller, we are looking for a caller that is supporting the mayor. We want to know why, and I promise I will not interrupt them. I will let them do their mayoral commercial. Caller, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Anybody supporting the mayor? Caller, you on the Maze
Jackson
Show.
That one right there, man. 54. Yes, good morning.
Good morning. This sounds like
Hello?
Harold E.K. Williams calling me from the 24th Ward working on the Beatrice Boys campaign. That's what it sounds like to me, but maybe I got it wrong.
Yes.
What's going on this morning?
Man, we out here rocking and rolling, putting out fires, a little political gangbanging, but we moving forward and everything, man.
What you mean political gangbanging? Who political gangbanging? Who out there gangbanging? Harold, tell us what's going on.
They trying to say, she's not on the ballot. You don't see her signs out here because she dropped out. But it's like, oh, no, we're not doing that. So, we feel telling our supporters and people as they come up to the polling place, she's on the ballot. Hey, this is her third time running. Third time is a charm. When she ran back in 2015 and 16, she forced a runoff against Michael Scott Jr., and now she's up against the appointed Scott's sister. And, hey, we just say, give us a chance. This is her third time. Let's make it happen. Now, for mayor, I do want to say that I am undecided on that, but I also want to put out there, too, this is what happened when we had uneducated preachers out here putting out bad information. There's no way you can't tell that the governor was buying off people. It's like, come on. Remember, and Maze, I know you're a PK, but the Bible do say, beware of false prophets. They can be easily bought off. But that's all, though, man. Just want to let you know what's going on out here on the mighty West Side.
Hey, on the West Side, though, let me tell you, did I ever tell y'all about my first time working the campaign on the West Side, Riis? So first time I worked on the campaign on the West Side, it was for Rob Blagojevich. Man, I had people working on the campaign, and so we was hiring people from the temp service. Mark Carter, Melvin, we was dropping these white people off to go work at a place on the West Side. They'll call us 20 minutes after we drop them off. Somebody just hit me in the eye. Oh, my God. Somebody come pick me up. They're pulling guns. And now y'all complaining about signs.
No, they did.
Riis.
Where y'all drop them off at?
At the polling Femo.
Hey, come on, man. You know the
Riis. No. So in 2003, Chicago was the wild. Man, Pierre was in the races. No. All of the guys had crews. And all of the guys was getting paid. And so, their idea of campaigning is, look, man, you want me to stand out here and wait? No, I ain't gonna stand out here and wait. We just gonna make sure ain't nobody out here. Riis, it was real for real. You got hit, and we was dropping. So then we started dropping I ain't gonna tell you, but we started dropping the temporary work, our people we cared about. You go over here. But if you one of the people that's on the day labor, we dropping you off right on over here. And then we drop them off with no ride. So you got to stay out there until we come get you. Man, the car would be coming. Then they'd be looking like, I got to get out there. You want to get your check? Rotate in, rotate out. Boy, it was crazy. So that's why I be like, y'all mad about the Suns? It's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis. Anybody else on the line?
No.
Oh, I thought I saw another call up there. All right.
So far, we got Willie Wilson leading a small margin with Brandon Johnson.
Wait, Willie Wilson and Brandon Johnson, what's the count?
3-2. So far with the
callers. That's 3-2. Yeah. 3-2. All right, so
everybody else got one. The Mayor, Paul, Cam, they all got one.
All right, y'all. It's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis, the ruler, on the ones and twos. And Riis, I think we forgot to cover two people on this race, and I'm gonna get into them right now. There's Brandon Johnson. Riis, I gotta tell you. Hey, Riis, you see that? Look at Bomani Obedelli. Big facts, Maze. I remember all that ish on State Central. Wiki Hendon was up with that as well. Hood politics. I'm telling you, Riis, y'all don't understand. I'm telling you, all the Chiefs, it was still Chiefs, Riis. The Chiefs would be in the campaign office, and you'll be trying to walk up to a polling place, and it'd be the whole deck was on the joint. You'd be like, who you working for? They'd be like, let me see your lit. Riis, it was real. Real.
And if you want without it, was
boop, 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 boop. You better call that van and come get you. Go stand your ass over there.
I'd be like, man, I don't even know. They just handed me these papers.
Boop, 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 boop. You ain't over here. Well, you better take it.
But I hold yours instead. That's
Riis, see, let me tell you, that was my trick. I didn't take nothing from nobody. I just used to be like, man, Joe, let me give you $50. Let me get them flyers. Just keep one. You just stand out here. You ain't got to leave. See, I ain't have to beat you up. My premise was stay here, let the people, as long as you had your button on, they drive by, see you was out there. As long as you ain't passing nothing, you straight. Keep 3 in your hand. So it look like you doing something, but don't do nothing. Now, if you don't want to take this $50, then we're going to call Big Swill over here.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
Democracy, man. They be talking about the violence in Africa for the elections. Joe, it didn't have nothing on Chicago back in the day. Real talk. All right. So now we down to my last two candidates. And I don't know if y'all saw Chicago Magazine, but yesterday I was featured in Chicago Magazine because they wanted my mayoral rankings. And I think that realistically, there's a 3-way race for the second place. I think Paul Vallis has far and away secured the first place. But Riis, I gotta be honest with you. If this Paul Vallis poll is based on Victory Research, which is the one that all the news stations are quoting, and I'm like, man, y'all, what a long way Victory Research has come from, because they have not been always the most credible, and now I see it being the source of everybody. Riis, the guy who does Victory Research he actually, for a minute, was the deputy campaign manager for me when I was running for alderman. And then we caught him doing nefarious stuff. He gave us a poll, but he didn't really call nobody. Right? He would circulate petitions and then people.
How you know he ain't called nobody?
Because we went to the phone back and it was just him. Yeah.
He was working. It was just him making all them calls.
Hustling. No, he wasn't making no calls.
He was working.
He was pencil. Maze, you have a chance to win. Really? Thank you. Oh my God. Right?
He was psychic.
He was psychic, and right till I got up off that ballot. I got people so as a lot of us that when we watch the news and we see the Victory Research go up there, we be like, okay. I just would tell you to just go look up their history of polling and see how it works out, because I do feel like this is one of them ones where he could. I ain't gonna go there. All right, Riis. So now you got Brandon Johnson. My analysis of Brandon Johnson, I think if he had 2 more weeks or a month, I think Brandon Johnson might be able to. I'm still not sure he makes the runoff. And the only reason I'm saying that I'm not sure he makes the runoff is because I don't think he's had enough time. Right? He only started in January with his TV spots. Now, he's had a lot of them, but when you think about it, I don't know if he has the time to get over the hump. So like I told you, I think him and Chewy are rapidly approaching a nexus where Brandon is headed up and Chewy is headed down, but the clock is run out. And so I don't know if he's had the opportunity to get to all of the places. Now, I know he's built this multicultural coalition. Riis, the challenge that I have with the multicultural coalition, and I've said this on numerous occasions, is we get the look, they get the work. Right? We get to be able to stand there and take the picture, take the selfie, and he gets to come to our events. The other groups have tangible demands. So I'm leery. I think he's got a path, right? I think he's got the right idea of trying to do this multicultural mix of people.
You got to appeal to all. I told you that all the time.
See, but I don't think he appeals to all. But I understand what you're saying as the mayor. What I think, here's the thing that I think is interesting about the Brandon Johnson, Chewy Garcia dynamic. Chewy has proved everything that I have said about the Black and Brown coalition. Brandon is disproving everything that I've said about the Black and Brown coalition. But whose side will be stronger? See, here's what I believe. I believe if Chewy made the runoff, Brandon and his supporters would support Chewy. I believe that if Brandon made the runoff, Chewy and his supporters would support Vallis. And therein is my challenge with this Black and Brown coalition. See, to me, you know what this Black and Brown coalition was, Riis? It was the end of Wakanda forever. When they said, why didn't you kill them? We'll be allies because they're going to need us later. Right? See, we as black folks will call up and we'll be like, yo, Paul Vallis is a Republican. Paul Vallis is we'll pull all the bad stuff out. Right? And we'll go along with the lines. But I would be honest with you, who's taking our lunch right now? I was just thinking about a state senator who called me yesterday and was trying to lobby for black folks to get a piece of, they're about to spend multiple millions of dollars in media.
Okay.
To inform low income and inform Black and Brown residents. The Latinos was like, don't mess with what's in it for the black people. Now, Riis, if we seek to answer the question, what's in it for the black people? It just goes to the point of, I don't really know that the relationship is genuine. And then when I looked at Aaron Ortiz and the way that he talked about Delia Ramirez, when he was like, you over there with them? Remember when I showed you that scene from Colors? Danny, look at me. Look at me, Danny. This is who I am. Our Black and Brown coalition exists in Chicago for Brandon Johnson as long as Brandon Johnson's not in control, or as long as he's willing to push their issues to the forefront. So, Riis, when you look at all the plans, and I don't know if there's a plan for Black America. I know there's a plan for LGBTQ rights. I know that there's a plan to make this the most immigrant film. Like today, I want y'all to know, like today, Brandon Johnson is going to campaign in front of Wadsworth Elementary School for the immigrants. To me, that's almost like going out of your way to prove to the other side that you're going to stand with them regardless of what happens. My question is, where do we get that same deference? And when you had the opportunity, right? Like, let's just say that, can we agree that the black people in the community of Wadsworth are pretty adamantly against the migrants being there? Okay. So for Brandon Johnson to go there as part of his final run for the immigrants sends a very powerful message to the Latino community, the immigrant community, the progressive community. The fact that that same candidate can be discouraged from advertising, take the free, but advertising when you got multiple millions of dollars and you don't support black media and they can tell you can't really be too close to Mays, says that you're willing to go against your own community for the convenience of others. And you'll stand with other communities without standing up for y'all, for your own. That's my concern, right? Like, my concern is the progressive candidate that's so progressive that they're not necessarily listening to our issues, but more so telling us why we're wrong. Am I crazy for that perception? Like, I feel like I don't want to make it about me, but I do feel like, family, we have given dude all types of space. You mean to tell me out of $4 million that you spent, 10,000 went to black media? We ain't getting none. Forget me. When is the time when you stand up against others for your community? And not even against. Because I don't think you have to be against, but they can tell our friends who we can be friends with, but we can't tell them who they can be friends with. Man, stay away from Mays Jackson. You'll lose votes. Stay away from Wadsworth. You'll lose votes. I'm going to Wadsworth. It's deep for me. That's what I see. But you know, I'm personal. Brandon Johnson, though, right now, in my estimation, is within striking distance. I think he has run a very good campaign, just not long enough. And I think he has the right combination to win. But I often question, how will that win work for us? See, I almost feel like I prefer someone that recognizes the different racial dynamics in Chicago as compared to trying to downplay them. That's when we get black and brown. As compared to saying, here's my plan for the black community, here's my plan for the white community, here's my plan for the LGBT community, here's my plan for the disabled community, and then this is how they're all going to work together. But I got a specific plan for you. So I don't think you have to be against anyone, but oftentimes we can be convinced to be against our own people, whilst the same people, like, there's going to be, if he was to win, you know it's going to be a big healing session where we got to bring everybody together who crossed you and told Delia she was basically a sellout. It's going to be, we got to put all that to the side. Will we get that same courtesy? I mean, I think it's so, and I think it's important because today when he's at Wadsworth Elementary, who will be standing with him? Will it be the community? The black folks that live there? Will the local alderman be standing there with Brandon Johnson at Wadsworth Elementary? And what does that say to the residents, the constituents, the citizens that have lived there? That's my concern. That's really my concern. Skateboarding cousin. Chance. Then Riis, we've got the guy who everybody considers the front runner. Paul Vallis. Riis. Paul Vallis started and nobody gave him a chance. They was like, he's a Republican, he's a wonk, he talks. And now Riis, he is, by all accounts, the mayor says she's running against Paul Vallis. Riis's run a very disciplined campaign. Media has been off the chain. Messaging, he's had message discipline. Crime. And then all of the things that they hit him with, there was a commercial response for every one of them. He's got the momentum, and Riis, he has the ability to capitalize on whiteness. Why does he have the ability to capitalize on whiteness, Riis? Because if given a chance, see, this is where Chewy messed up. Chewy allowed the Southwest Side Irishman to convince him that he could be the white candidate and to ignore Paul Vallis. But if you go and look into the deeper numbers, white people have already said that if it was between Paul Vallis and Chewy Garcia, they're going with Paul Vallis. Riis. Very shortly, if it is Chewy, we will find Brandon trying to convince us to support Chewy, in spite of what we know. And so I got to tell you, tonight at the end of the night, I think that I 100% believe Paul Vallis will be there. I'm praying for Willie. I think the best odds right now are for Mayor Lightfoot. But I don't think she can beat him in a general election. I think if it's Paul Vallis versus Brandon Johnson is going to regret having a radio show. Right? They've already put it in there. But if it's Brandon Johnson versus Paul Vallis, Paul Vallis will have at least $10 million to beat Brandon Johnson. Why? Because of the taxes, the socialism, etc. Right? And the challenge now is, will CTU have the money? Because they're already taking loans on advanced dues to finance Brandon's campaign. And I got to be honest with y'all. Brandon winning is going to be very important to Stacey Davis's longevity. She ran and won the union election with only 60%. Right? Usually, Riis, union elections are 90%. And you see the white...
She win with only 60.
Huh?
How she win with only 60 with too many people?
No, there's just a big divide over her being the leader there. Right? And I got to say, a big chunk of it is race. And while CTU tries to be inclusive, it's a lot of white folks that's over there, that's white teachers, that don't like black women the same way. Still OJ. You're going to learn. But look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Riis, we got anybody on the live line? Call you on the Maze Jackson Show. Who you voting for? Should we have only had one black candidate, and who makes the runoff? What's up, caller? Where you calling from? What's your name?
It's loading in.
It's all right, caller. You coming. We got you.
The internet bugging or something.
The internet bugging? We got the super duper internet over here. But it's coming. Caller, you hold on. We got Riis is trying to bring you in.
Yeah, the internet bugged out.
Hit a refresh. Can you refresh it or something? All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. So, right now, if it was purely my gut, I would say Brandon Johnson versus Brandon Johnson versus Paul Vallis. But that to me is contingent on if Chewy has slid enough and has Brandon done enough to raise his momentum. I do believe that there is a scenario where the mayor of the city of Chicago does not make the runoff. Riis, if she don't make the runoff, what you think she gonna do for the last 2 months? She burning this bad boy down. She finna be all up.
I told you, man, it's about to be like training day. Y'all ain't playing with the man like this.
But what happened at the end of training?
About to put cases on all these.
I'm gonna put cases on all you mother. Riis, but then guess what? What happened at the end of it? They fell off. They died, right? So, then he got whacked because, nobody was scared of him no more. Like, everybody was scared. So, I don't know, man. Give us a call, 872. Oh, I'm telling you to call and reset the computer down. All right. So, y'all, look. I got to go get ready to go vote. I do want to get these last 2 calls in if it's possible. Don't look like we're going to get them. All right, y'all. I got a lot to do tonight. We're going to be at Obsidian all day today. There's some mayoral some aldermanic races that we need to be watching. I think that we need to be watching 4, 5, 6, 11, 25, 18, 15, 24, and 37. But if you are on the live line, Riis going to let you open up the line. So he's going to try and get it back real quick. I'm going to take your call. Then I'm going to have to run up out of here because I got to go vote. You got to go take my picture so I could go. Not take my picture, but do my vote and take my picture because, we do a traditional thing every time. So y'all check us out. Hey, it is time. Like, dang, they look like the computer acting all the way up. All right, y'all. So let me tell y'all what. This is the Mays Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mays Jackson. I may pop in live a little later on today. Don't forget, if you are looking for a place to work, call us come to the Obsidian. We can get you on somebody's campaign, working on somebody's campaign. Don't forget Tracy Bay in the fourth word. We got the calls? All right, we got the callers. Callers, you still on the line. We're going to take your call. Give us a call. 872-259-7474. Caller, what's up?
Hi, Mays. This is Demetra. How you doing?
Hey, Demetra. How you doing?
Okay. Well, my vote is for Willie Wilson. And the thing I got to say about Paul Vallis, and I think they have forgotten about it, they're trying to push it under the rug, that his son was a police officer in Texas and shot a black man. And I wish black people will remember things like this.
Oh, well, see, that's a good thing. I know how you feel about black people remembering, because I sure wish they remember that the mayor sicked them Latinos on us and also raised the bridges on us. But that's a whole nother thing. You know what? You voting for Willie Wilson? Did you vote already? You on your way?
No, I'm on my way to vote for Willie Wilson.
Okay. And what's your friends going to do?
And I listened to Willie the day he was on your program. I finally learned how to do YouTube, and I love what he said. He's the best one for the mayor. He loves everybody. He loves his people first, but he's going to help other people too. Willie is the best.
Thank you so much for your call. I appreciate you. Can I tell you, Riis? I had quite a few people at Black Creativity tell me that they listened to the Willie Wilson interview on the show and said he convinced them. Right? They was like the young millennial, yo type of guys. They was like, man, I can't vote for Willie Wilson. Listen to the way he talk. He sound like Darius. Then all of a sudden, Riis, guess what? They was like, after I heard him, I really got it. Man, I feel like Dr. Wilson is very misunderstood. Anyway, we got calls on the line. Call you on the Mays Jackson Show. Who you voting for? Is anybody, you gonna tell me nobody's gonna call here to talk about the mayor? Nobody to say they support? Y'all shady. Y'all out of what they call them phony. Y'all be phony kicking it with the mayor. So I'm gonna look at all y'all photos. What's up, caller?
Hey, this nuts, bro. Can we just get, what's the demo, man? Can we just get behind a well-oiled machine and get somebody decent
And tell all these people who know they ain't got a chance to win to stop playing with themselves and just fall behind, fall in line, and then they can jump on somebody else's campaign. Man, go vote for Willie Wilson and stop playing with yourself. That's the best candidate we got right now that got a potentially chance to win it. Brandon Johnson, cool, but like you said, he ain't had enough time. We need to get behind Willie if we got a chance. That's our only competition we got right now against Paul Vallis. Because real talk, if you really think about it, man, Paul Vallis going to win. You got a real good chance to win. So y'all stop playing today, man. Just get behind one person. Forget all what you think. Forget about how you talk. Your grandmother don't even talk. Your grandmother talks just like Willie do. So who cares? He got the money. He got the agenda. And he got the drive to do it, man. So get behind one person. All this dividing, you know what I'm saying, choosing this person and that person and 2 Jamal Green votes and 3 Brandon Johnson votes, man, that's just going to split it and keep us from even getting in the runnings to even try to go against Paul Vallis. So let's keep it real. Let's stop, trying our move and acting like, you know what I'm saying, all these people got a chance. They don't. Willie Wilson is our only shot. Go vote for Willie. Stop playing. The elderly voted for Willie. You know what I'm saying? Stand behind that man and let's get that man on the board. I'm out.
That is Ness, the rapper extraordinaire, creator of the theme song. We got any other calls on the line? Carly on the Mays Jackson Show. Y'all, somebody gonna call up here and tell me they supporting the mayor. Go ahead, call us the Mays Jackson Show.
Good morning. Good morning, Mays.
Go, Anthony, what's up, dog? You said you was voting before the sun came up. Did you do it?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Who'd you vote for?
How are you? Man, Mays, stop playing. That's good. That's good. I'm out here in the lot, man.
Oh, you out in the lot?
I would. Yeah. I've been in the polls. I went and took care of my peoples and whatnot this morning. Man, you know what? Today is not voting. It's house cleaning day.
It's house cleaning day.
Okay. House cleaning day. We need to send a team up there to clean the 5th floor of City Hall. Just the whole, go through there and spray it and all that. Get all that air out there. Man, you got people sitting around and talk. They forgot what was done to them by the current administration, outgoing administration. Man, I've been waiting for this day for look like almost 2.5, 3 years.
You mean to tell me you looking to get the mayor up out of there, Anthony? I'm lost, man. The mayor been so good to us.
No, you ain't. No, not to us. You ever, hey man, I got a question for you.
Okay.
You ever see when she on the south side, she always look like she don't even know where she going. They almost leading her by the hand when she come to the south side. And she's scared, like somebody getting ready to snatch her up and run off with her. Don't nobody want her. But pay attention to when you see it. She all like she looking for somebody to shoot something off the roof at her.
She do think that, though.
Like somebody care that much. Huh?
Now, she do think that way. She do be looking around, and then she turn into a preacher.
She should think that way. She should think that way because of the way she's done the black community, man.
I see y'all. Anthony, you be holding a grudge. Everybody else be like, "Oh, what would Jesus do?"
Holding a grudge. Hey, Mays, niggas here. Well, on my way to the lot just now, I run into an Eastern European driving a yellow cab, right?
Okay.
And he gonna get all out of sorts with me, and he on the south side over in Princeton Park. Dude, go back to your country. You don't come over here and turn. And he's trying to cuss me out in broken English. Dude, go back home. We don't need you over here on the south side. We don't need Lori Lightfoot on the south side. We done without for so long. We make do.
Anthony.
I got a question for you, Mays. I got a question for you. I do the disclaimer thing right quick because
it's rolling. The disclaimer is rolling on the screen right now. What's up, Anthony?
Okay, all right. Why is it every time she get ready to hire somebody, she go to somebody from out of state, bring them to Chicago, like they all of a sudden gonna know how to handle people in Chicago?
Because I think really what it is, Anthony, because she ain't got no friends here. She done ticked everybody off.
She ain't got no friends.
Nobody want to be there. Look, she paying David whatchamajigam to stay there. He want her to lose so he can get up out of here. She like, I will pay you everything, just don't leave. And what she need to do is go. She should have brought her daughter back. She should have brought her daughter back in the commercials because that's what made us vote for her last time. That little girl put it over the top.
Yeah, I'm really. Let me stop, because you know I go there. I get.
Don't do it. Don't get me in trouble. Look, Tyrone Muhammad all up in the building. Look, he's stalking over there trying to get me in trouble too. Y'all let Ty sit back there in the back wall. Look, we gonna get him. We gonna make him go out with a bang.
Man,
Anthony,
I'm on my way, man.
Come on in, get you a donut and some coffee. Cassandra's here. DJ Riis is in the building too, and Tyrone Muhammad. All right, Riis, we got anybody else on the line? That's it? You sure? What's them buttons down there? All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Now, y'all know I got to go vote because me and my wife do the vote thing every day, every year, and we do it together. So I got to cut up out of here. But I'm going to be heading back to the west side. Then I'll be here for the balance of the day right here at Obsidian. So if you are looking to get involved in the campaign, if you are looking to help out someone, or if you just want to be a part of the mix, come on over to 5401 South Wentworth. A little later on tonight at about 6 o'clock, we're going to turn on the TVs so y'all can start to watch the election returns. And then we're going to get us a win. I don't know who party I'm going to, but I'm going to somebody party. Some people got some.
Tracy Bay party.
What Tracy Bay party at?
I'm going to the Tracy.
Huh? 39.
You know he gonna text you, man. You know he gonna text you, man.
How Riis know already?
Oh no! Listen, now you got me in trouble. That's it.
So you text Riis? Let me check my phone just to make sure.
I ain't even text nobody. I say he gonna text us, man. He gonna text us, man. But yeah, so to all the future elected officials that's inspiring, just remember from watching all the other shows, make sure you vote in the area that you want to run next time, because they will bring that up next time if you don't live in the district. I've seen that. So you know how
you should have lived in the district, man. But y'all see, like that's the first thing you're supposed to check, actually. Like when your people do it, you're supposed to be like, all right, go drive over to the address. I just wanted to see you was here. But see Riis, but that's you millennial part. No fair. I should be able to run because, well, I just think so. Hey, man, no fair. No fair. You're taking my signs down. Hey, no fair. No fair. You guys said some mean things to me at the polling place.
You heard the man say, I don't know why he's being so mean to me.
Why is he being so mean Patrick, I was so mad at you for saying that. All right, look, check this out, man. Let me see if I got my list real quick. So I'm going to do this real quick, and then I'm going to get up out of here because I got to go vote and carry, unlike Tyrone, I run my house. I don't run around it. Tyrone, look, I was about to say he gonna come in here with his little puppy and be like, hi, boss. All right, so here's my list. Here's the What's in It for the Black People Voters Guide 2023. For Mayor, punch 4 for Willie Wilson. For Treasurer, number 31 for Melissa Conyers-Irvin. In the 3rd Ward, Pat Dow. In the 4th Ward, punch 52 for Tracy Bay. In the 5th Ward, push 56 for Martina Tina Hone. In the 6th Ward, punch 61, Tavares Briggs. In the 15th Ward, number 51, Ray Lopez. In 16th Ward, number 52, punch 52, Stephanie Coleman. You know that David Moore has no opponent, but still punch 51, run those numbers up. In the 18th Ward, Derek Curtis, number 51. In the 20th Ward, punch 53, Andre Smith. In the 21st Ward, punch 51, Cornell Dantzler. In the 24th Ward, punch 54, Vitras Boyce. Now, y'all know I got to do this one, right? In the 27th Ward, punch 51. He's unopposed. Support Walter Burnett. And then we got in the district council races, we have got Meredith Vinay Hammer, number 71 in the 4th Police District. And y'all don't forget about Brother Edward Steve, who is out in Dalton, who is running against the whole damn block. But he was our very first black elected official, first elected official from What's in It for the Black People. Well, Riis, tomorrow when we come in here, man, we might not know something. We might know something, we might not. We're going to know some things, we might not know some things. But what we do know is we're going to be our ass here tomorrow. Oh, wait, we here or we going to the other spot? We might as well broadcast from here tomorrow, and then we could pack it up after tomorrow. Look, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? So for DJ Riis the Ruler, for Cassandra Matz, for Tyrone Muhammad, for Brother Anthony West, For Big Swilioski, who's on the other side, I am the host of the Mays Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? We on the south side, so I know somebody playing, what's in it for the black folks? Y'all be having me all twisted up sometimes. I be somewhere. They be like, you see it. Anyway, so I'm going to have to I'm going to have to get another copyright on that one so we can get the folks too. So we can get all of Chicago. Man, no rakes in here, man. I told you. If I could change my number to 747 from 7474 to 5555, that's what I do. But it's okay. See Tyrone in here, political gangbanging and stuff. Look, and Anthony over there. Anthony, why you acting like security over there, dog? Look, y'all act like y'all want something. It's the Mays Jackson Show. Where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? Let me do it like this. Oh! Remember when Tarzan used to do that? Oh! And if you don't like it, I'll sing the birthday song. If you don't like it, you can still tell them. May said, we out of here. Peace.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System to milk this so bad.